going. Let's get the YouTube chat pulled up. Then we're going to blast today. We have a lot of alt keys to do, so... And not too much time to do them in. Let's see what we can get done. We're on the Holy Paladin. This character I have kind of neglected for the whole entire push, so it will be nice to actually get some keys on it. We got to get YouTube chat pulled up. Let's do that really quick. All right, YouTube chat is pulled up. What's up, YouTube? All right, we are good to go. So, the Holy Paladin. Been a minute. I would have recognized, like, I would have remembered trying to say your name and butchering it, man. It has been a while. How are you doing? Glad to see you. Very glad to see you. And happy Monday. We are going to be doing some Holy Paladin keys. I've only done one this week, and this character is easily the last place. Well, it's kind of between this and Holy Priest. Because I've done a couple of, like, Oracle Disc Priest keys, but I haven't really done many Holy Priest keys. So we're going to see if we can push up our own key and get going. So let's just list what we have. Ooh, a 5 Gambit. At least it's one that we have not done, so we'll get some IO from it. Uh-oh. Nightbot. Nightbot tried to ban you. Schwatched it. It said, you're mistaken. Stop spamming caps. This is a warning. I don't know how to turn it off, but if you get banned, I will try to reverse it. Oh, that's kind of funny. I'm good, homie. Open up. Oh, I closed it. Open up my own business this summer, dude. That is fantastic. What are you in the business of, if you don't mind me asking? Also, Vicar, very good to see you. This mic is getting a little too close for comfort. Hopefully that's not too loud for you guys, but it is like right in my face. It fell the other day, so I had to remount it. And it's kind of like all up in my business. So if y'all like can't hear my voice for whatever reason, just let me know. Because I do look at chat and my mic is on this side. Ooh, no one queuing up to the Gambit. But I love spamming caps. Me too. Me too. I don't know why. I've never set that with Nightbot. Nightbot just like, yeah, look at it. Nightbot tried to ban you too. I don't know why Nightbot's popping off right now, but I didn't tell it to. Maybe I could put Nightbot in timeout, but that would be funny. Putting the bot in time. Maybe I can open up Nightbot and see. Let's see if I can mess with it. I don't know why Nightbot's just randomly mad at capitals. I have no idea. Look, of all time, Nightbot has timed out 0 people. Until today, it's timed out 2 people. Oh, that's funny. Dude, I have no idea. Home title insurance. Oh, man. Around where I live, the businesses in that space are, like, the worst. So, hopefully you're, like, a beacon of light and positivity in your community, because I'm sure that's, like, a space that can go so wrong, but it can also go so right and do a lot for the community, so... But that is awesome. Very happy for you. What's up, Vicar? What's up, Brother Bear? Brother Bear, I'm getting excited. I can only imagine how you're feeling. I don't know how to tell Nightbot to go away. Nightbot is rude. Because I don't want to remove it as a managing moderator. Because it does good things for the channel, but, you know. I guess, do we pass lead to this guy? Let's pass lead to the mage. Maybe people aren't queuing up because my IO. Saving homes one day at a time here. Good to hear. Look, as soon as I pass lead, many people queue up. That's crazy. Let's go ahead and fly there. We are on the pink spec today. Oh, this guy delisted the group. He's asking if it's a 4 or 5. Uh-oh, I don't have this portal unlocked on this character. How do I get to the, like, new zone? I have to, like, talk to this person, right? We'll watch their vision. Oh, man, this week we have already gotten, like, so much done on each of our characters. Like, we've pushed our druid, our resto shaman, and our presovoker, like, so far this week. So getting like a couple keys done on the priest and the paladin today will, like, it'll just skyrocket our growth. Like, this challenge is gonna be a quick one, guys, so I appreciate you all for blasting it with me. Also, do we have to watch this guy? He's just yapping. Have you heard about the restricted mode on YouTube that's affecting a lot of users by removing a lot of streamers' videos from their feed? Oh no. I have not, but I have noticed a drastic dip in the YouTube specific viewership. So maybe that's what's happening? I feel like I do have to watch this all the way through because we tried canceling it. It made me watch it again. But it's restricted mode. Is that something that, like, a setting that I need to change, or something that, like, it put on every viewer? But I haven't heard of that yet. I'll look into that. Restricted mode. Okay, so it looks like we found a hunter. Oh, I thought that would unlock this portal. How the heck do I get the portal? What the heck? We forestall extinction. Like, am I stupid? I feel like there should be an easy way to unlock this portal. My arrows strike true. Be careful. Our fight continues. Says follow Locust Walker. But he's not walking there. Okay, go to the Tazavesh portal. I'll port to Ecodome. I mean, but that's, like, so weird. Like, why can't I just get the portal unlocked? It's put on every viewer and can be automatically set to activate based on certain conditions. So streaming have been warning their users to check their settings. Okay, I mean, I'll look into it and I'll make a Discord post about it. Because maybe it is probably restricting who it's showing it to on YouTube. Yeah, I've definitely noticed. I thought it was just like a random thing, but, well, really I thought it was because there were drops on Twitch. But I noticed like a specific to YouTube drop kind of recently, so I bet that's playing a part. It's so crazy though. Just the like a month ago, like a month or two ago, there was a day where I randomly, like, lost a bunch of subscribers, which it's the only day I've ever lost subscribers. So I was like, what on earth is going on? But apparently it was like YouTube just, like, cleansing a bunch of, like, supposed bot accounts. But then a lot of those accounts were, like, real people. So I'm like, dude, why did they do these things, you know? There's, like, so many things, or maybe not bot accounts, but, like, dead accounts or something. Like, maybe people just don't log into them. I don't know. But, like, there's so many, like, little automated systems that just, like, go wrong. And it's like, why are we doing this? But okay, the Holy Paladin build, it's very used to what I'm like. It's very close to what I'm used to playing. But I did swap off Light of the Martyr because I didn't like how it played with Beacon of Virtue. So I swapped these 2 points to this one, Divine Revelations, and this one, Moment of Compassion, because they work really well. Do you think with the Vivify changes that Focused Thunder is maybe underrated? I like to see more people messing around with it. I've thought about using it in like specific dungeons like Ara-Kara, like when there's mechanics that really need you to be able to heal on the move so that you can like Thunder Focus Tea double enveloping mist. But the problem with that, Noah, is like right now, no matter how strong like anything Thunder Focus Tea related is, it's not going to be as strong as Tiger Palm. So like in any given scenario, if you were like, what if we had Focus Thunder? It just wouldn't be as good as if you had just normal Thunder Focus Tea plus Tiger Palm spam. You know what I mean? Because that Tiger Palm spam is crazy with Master of the Harmony. I mean, maybe there's a realm where we could try it, Noah, with Conduit. I don't hate it with Conduit because you get like so many more Thunder Focus Teas. But the thing is, like, it's one of those things where you would only ever need it like maybe like 2 times in a dungeon, and outside of that, you just have this like dead talent on your tree that you don't really need, like, but 5% of the time, you know. Because like you don't every 20 or so seconds, you don't need a massive burst of enveloping mist healing. Like it just takes away from like you could have just blackout kicked in that global. You know what I mean? It's like an opportunity cost kind of thing. Hey, Florian Tonya. Florian Tonya, I think is how you say that. Subbed on YouTube. Appreciate the support, Florian. As well as Marie and Toxic Koala following on Twitch. Appreciate the support, you guys. Y'all have no idea. If only a tank would queue up to the group. I've been using it to get more Rising Sunkick resets for tons of Vivify spam, but I understand it's not optimal. Yeah, I mean, that's just really what it comes down to is like... it's just one of those talents where it's like, in theory, it would be good, but in practice, it just takes away a lot of your globals and like times where those globals would be better spent somewhere else. You know what I mean? But those T builds are really fun to like theory craft. It's just they're just so busy. Like they're trying to do too many things. I think that's kind of their downfall. Oh, tanks, where are you at? Where are you at? Okay, guys, I have a question, though. If I were to play either, I still haven't decided. I did a vote. I did a poll in my Discord, and it was a 50-50 split. If I were to play any tank or any melee DPS, what are some of the front runners? What are some of the ones that you guys would enjoy watching the most in a series? You know, no spoilers. But this may or may not be happening soon. But what melee DPS or tank would y'all enjoy watching me try to learn? Because I would not know how to play any of them. Maybe some of the tanks, depending on what you guys choose. But some of the tanks I've never even touched. Okay, Schwanch says... As a tank player, you want to do warrior or monk, okay? I've never played prot warrior, and I do have a warrior character with a really good name. Okay, Glidesy says sub-rogue. Yikes, okay. Sub-rogue. I think you would love Brewmaster. The thing about Brewmaster is I have played it in the past. So, like, I kind of want to do something that's like a fresh slate, you know? Or fresh, clean slate. Another person saying Prot Warrior. Vicar says Prot Warrior. I see, the thing is, like, Prot Warrior's always looked so interesting to me. Like, just the sound effects of, like, when things hit your shield and stuff are so good. And, I don't know, like, Thunderclap's a really cool ability whenever I go back and play, like, other games that are very close to WoW. Might possibly be built off of WoW. Thunderclap's a really fun button to press. Okay, so Schwanch says DH... Prot Warrior or Vengeance Demon Hunter. I do have a Demon Hunter. I've never really played, like I did Mop Time Walking or whatever that was, Mop Remix on my DH and on my Warrior, but I didn't even finish on the Warrior. But I have no idea how either of those are played. So those are probably the two tanks that I think those are the only two tanks I haven't played. Prot Warrior and Vengeance. I've never played Sub Rogue. I don't think I have a good rogue name. See, my thing is I really want to start working to where I can rename all of my characters, um, to where they kind of sound like LB Ninja. So, for example, my demon hunter's name is Felby Ninja. My warrior's name is Yelby Ninja. You know, like stuff like that. So, like the best thing that I can think of for a rogue would be Stealthby Ninja. But one, I don't know if there's enough characters for that, and two, I don't even know if that's a good enough name. But so I really, really do. I'm really excited to play any of these. So one thing is I might end up having to play a warrior DPS spec, which I don't know how that plays at all. But I've heard that warrior DPS has like so much button mashing, and I'm kind of like nervous about that because like I kind of want to use that series as like a time to like not use my hands as much. Like, yeah, I'll use my hands a ton, but like, just it would be nice. I wish it was a caster that I could play, because then I'd play like an Ellie Shaman, or I don't know what's a fun cat, Affliction Warlock. I love Affliction Warlock, or like Frost Mage or Fire Mage. But no, we're going with a melee or a tank. Prot does a lot of damage, decent survivability. Yeah, the thing is, like, I think I'd be a really good Prot Warrior player. Like, I don't know what it is, but every time that I see Prot Warriors, I'm like, dude, I could do that, you know? But Demon Hunters, I'm like, they're a little too scary because they're too much, like, healy. Whereas Prot Warriors are really all around, like, ignore pain and, shield stuff, as opposed to, like, healing back damage taken. Bonus round Hadouken said, how do you focus on one character? I have the worst problem jumping between different tunes because I'm trying to get gear on all of them. I'm kind of the same way. Like, I do focus on one the first week. Like, I force myself to play my monk until it's like gotten as much gear that week as possible. But in doing that, like in forcing yourself to play one character, it kind of frees you up to have more alt time. So now that my monk, literally, no matter how much I played it today, I would not get any item level upgrades because I'm already at like the theoretical max for this week. So I mean that's kind of not true. You could definitely do splits and stuff, but that for a normal person, I'm at my max. So so I'm playing alts. But that's kind of how I do it. Is I kind of like force myself, like I chain myself down and play the main as much as possible to gear it up for raid, and then from there it does kind of free you up. So it's like one annoying week of hard work on one character, then you kind of get to do what you want. And we're definitely in the do what you want phase because I have played nothing but alts recently. Fury just got a crazy buff. I think one of our raiders, I think, is a Fury. They're one of the DPS warriors. I know there's only two. I should probably know, but yeah, he's cranking. He's cranking. But I know it would be really annoying to play another spec that's like hard capped. That would be really annoying. Gunter, what's up, Gunter? We're just waiting on a tank right now. There are no tanks wanting to do this Gambit, and I have no idea why. I don't know why no one's queuing up to this, but we're trying. We are trying. But I've heard Vengeance is fun. But Nick is good to see, by the way. Nick and Glidesy, I'm curious why y'all want me to play Sub Rogue. Is that like a button spammy, or is it just that it's like really hard, or like what specifically about Sub Rogue, or is it just that it's bad? What's your main currently? Mine is Holy Pally. Mine is Mistweaver Monk. So I've been playing Mistweaver Monk since I started the channel a couple years ago, and so that's why every season I'll make a longer Mistweaver Monk guide, but I'll only make like 1 minute guides to see, on the other ones, on the other healers. But we're doing a series right now, Hadouken, where we're taking all the healers to 3k IO. So right now, let me show you. Let me get my Raider IO pulled up. So we have to get 7 different specs to 3K IO. And currently, our monk we got there like in week 2. We have 2 characters that are almost there that we spent all week on this week. The druid is also pretty close. It's actually really close to 2K, which I probably could get it to 2K today to get another tier piece. But the thing is that this character doesn't really need another tier piece. And then we have these 2 characters kind of lagging behind, and the priest looks better than it is, but that's because that's IO split across holy and disc. But this is our spread. Gunter said, "Awesome to see some holy paladin love." I know you see it. It's definitely been lagging behind. It hasn't gotten much love up until today, so I'm glad to be playing it. I need to watch your Mistweaver vids because I feel like I'm just winging it. Well, here, let me link you the guide. I think this one's the up to date one. So there's my Mythic Plus guide. It'll give you like all the basics, but it also like I try to make it a point where I built off of the basics and tried to make the more complex things seem basic too. So I spent a lot of time trying to piece together that guide to make it as digestible as possible. So I think it's only a 20-minute watch too, which not bad for a guide that goes that in depth, you know. Hey, of course, Hadouken. Ravikavis said hello. What's up, Ravikavis? We're trying to get into a key, but tanks are asleep, I guess. I don't know if every tank in the world is asleep or if they're just dodging Gambit. I have no idea. Could not tell you. So, Subtlety Rogue. Nick says, it's not very button spammy in my opinion, and there's some fun planning around your main cooldowns depending on the fight or dungeon. Juggling Shadow Dance and Symbols of Death, rotational CDs, not major ones, is a nice minigame to keep you mentally engaged. Okay. So it's like a fun time. It sounds like you're kind of just playing classic. I don't know how to explain that. I'm not going to, but plus there are some big numbers with secret technique crits. I've heard that. I think that's how you guys would always like on pool you would rip like 12 million DPS over everyone else. You get a burst like 50 mil? Yeah, true. Okay. But I think that's what it was. Secret Techniques was always like y'all's top on pool. I'm interested to see how they are going to tackle the tank issue in Midnight Expansion. Yeah, the thing is, like, I feel like a lot of tanks are like way more tanky than they have been in the past. But the problem is half the tanks do a ton of damage. The other half of the tanks are doing a lot of damage and very tanky, but I don't think there's like that like pure tank spec anymore. Like I think Blood Death Knight kind of falls under that second category where it's like you're not just survivability, they kind of like are a little less survivable than they always have been, but they do a lot of damage now. I don't know. I feel like looking at the current state of how much damage a healer does, like tanks need some damage reductions and some tank increases in my opinion. The tank issue is just like it's just like it always has a low player base at lower key levels. It's kind of always been a thing too. So I don't know if they're going to be able to do much going into Midnight. Maybe, hear me out. Maybe the tanks aren't playing WoW because they're out on the house market looking for a house. And hear me out, I'm cooking. When housing gets put into WoW, it'll bring more of the tanks back into WoW. That's it. That's all I got. That's my big idea. Dude, legitimately where are the tanks? I have no idea. This is kind of crazy. Dude, tanks just don't exist. Am I in a guild? I am not in a guild on this character. Let's see. How do you find a guild? None of these guilds are what I searched. I'm literally typing in the name of my guild and it's not coming up. How does that make sense? HPAL, that's right, HPAL. But it's the HPAL Find a Tank Challenge is what this is. We are still waiting on a tank to just simply queue up. Literally just queue up. But what's up, Zenelia? Good to see you. Very good to see you. Haven't really played the HPAL too much this series. Is your guild actively recruiting on the community? Maybe not. I have no idea, if I'm being honest. Gotcha. I also felt that it looked boring to do for mechanics and everything. I don't know. I think, for me personally, I think tanking is one of the more fun things. But then thinking about tanking all day long could get kind of annoying, maybe. In my noob opinion, tanking is not very friendly to new people. That's true. No, I think it might be your noob opinion, but I do think it's a correct one. It's, if you have a new player that tries DPS, they could kind of get away with it in a dungeon, but if you have a new player that's a tank, it's going to be very obvious for sure. Because like routes and dungeons and stuff. Maybe like the first time, what if they did a system where the first time you go into any dungeon, there's like little arrows on the ground that kind of like point you just where to go. You know what I mean? I feel like that could be pretty cool. And like maybe it highlights packs for what you should like pull next. Just suggested mobs. Ooh, a tank. We found one. It's Wolfie. Is that Wolfie the streamer? Let's see. Is he on? I don't see him on. Okay. Do you play on EU or NA? I play on NA. On NA, which usually like at low level keys, there's usually a ton of people playing. So I don't know, man. Maybe it's just because PoE just dropped a new expansion thing, and a lot of WoW's player base is shared. Oh, we're going to the wrong dungeon. But maybe PoE shares a lot of WoW's player base or something. I have no idea. But I feel like this should be like the prime of the season. Like a few weeks after the season drops, like now everyone's swapping to their alts and stuff, but maybe just gearing alts like isn't as fun anymore. Maybe it's because the key squish, you have a lot less progression. Like people are only pushing up to like, I think the max key right now is a 20, whereas like they used to be able to do like max keys were like 32s and stuff. So like there's less of a progression, Maybe that has to play into it. Because another game that I play that's very similar, they'll go up to plus like 100s and stuff. So like you have people sitting there progging like a +1, but then you also have groups that are progging plus like 80s and stuff. So like you have a lot of progression. Tanks are a thankless job. That's why there's not many of them. That's true. That I do always try to make it a point whenever we have a tank that like noticeably does a very like uniquely good job. I always say like great tank or something. Like I always do try to, thank the bus driver, on the way out. But you're right. They don't get that many thanks. Okay, we have our Devo Aura active. I have my completely scuffed UI. What is this? Maybe we can fix it really quick. Dude, my Omni CD profile just broke randomly, and I don't know what did it. Position.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sorry, you're meta. I'm so sorry. You're meta. We're going. Okay. But you're right. Like, people just look at DPS meters and just see how good the DPS do, or like they notice when they die, so they know to blame the healer. But it's kind of hard to, unless you really know the ins and outs of why tanks do things. Like, pulling in extra mobs on a boss so you can funnel, like, you know, things like that, then it's kind of hard to know. Alright, we're going. We have our wings popped. Got our beams out. We're slicing and dicing. See though, like I just used everything for damage, and we peaked at 1.2 million damage, and almost all that damage was consecration. Like what is healer damage right now? What specifically is holy paladin damage? But what is healer damage? Why can't we peak at like insane numbers? Now some healers can peak at high numbers. Like on my Prez Evoker, I'll peak at like 5 million DPS sometimes, but that's kind of what that spec does. Is it bursts? But like on my Mistweaver, you know, Mistweaver should be the top, if not like one of the top. Oh, we somehow pulled that over there. They should be like up there, right? But my Mistweaver, if I spinning Cranecake on a massive AoE pool, 2 million DPS maybe, and it's like, dude, this character's fully geared and it's doing less damage than my not fully geared Prez Evoker. What is that? Makes no sense. Oh, I'm in that. Couldn't see it through the water. Let's do an AoE stop. Do a kick. We're coming up on our free wings. So I'm going to not cast any spenders so that we don't waste it. Alright. Our next spender into a judgment will give us a free proc of wings. So there we go. The big dude. Now we're going to go into our real wings for the big guy. I always forget that there's an affix, and then you do a key where you have to actually heal the affix, and it's just such a boring affix. Okay, this pool is getting a little sloppy. I'm not gonna lie. I think our mage has some aggro on some stuff. This is another character where I'm still repping last season's tier set. Unfortunately, I did like a full run this morning of LFR on this character. Not a single piece. Not a single piece. Yeah, healer damage is no fun. I agree. I agree, Keybound. It's like, it's been fun in the past. Like, the best example is Vesper Totem Shaman, and a lot of people were like, you know, like me as a Mistweaver player, I was like, man, it's so stupid that Vesper Totem Shaman does so much damage when I'm the damage spec that does no damage, you know? Because they were literally doing DPS damage back then. But now, I regret being a hater. I think all healers should do damage, or none should do damage. And I'll die on that hill. But I want it to be known that I truly think that all healers should do some damage. Or they should at least have the capability. Like, if, like, for Holy Paladin, for example, if I'm sacrificing my Holy Power to Shield Bash or use Shield of the Righteous instead of using Word of Glory, that Shield of the Righteous should do a lot of damage. Like, if I'm given the option to either damage or heal, that damage should be meaningful or impactful. Kind of like how they've made Chain Lightning into a very impactful spell. It's like, you're casting Chain Lightning instead of Chain Healing. It should do some damage, you know? Yo, been watching your Mistweaver vids. Let me make sure I'm not dying. Watching your Mistweaver vids this season, I generally do good at Mythic Plus, but in raids, I feel like I'm just not sure what I'm doing. The good thing about raid is there is a general priority So with enough reps, like you'll kind of, if you have a good UI, that kind of shows you the main core spells and when they come up, like Renewing Mist, Rushing Wind Kick. Um, you should kind of figure, eventually you'll kind of gain the muscle memory of like what you should be pressing when. Just because you see what's come off cooldown and whatnot. Um, but there is a lot of nuance with our current build in like how you have to play it, because you're really trying to optimize your like thunder focus teas and stuff. Like you really want to be oh, we're purged. Like optimizing that and playing around that and playing around your conduit buff that you give yourself. So there is a lot of like big things, but the core of what you're doing, rushing, wind kicking, renewing, missing on cooldown, that should eventually click. Like just focus on those two spells for a bit, and eventually like you'll that those two spells, once they're in place, everything else will kind of fall into place. You know what I mean? All right. Dude, we're melting this boss. Well, not we. The DPS are. I'm just here. I've used like every global on damage, and I'm doing 100k DPS. It's criminal. I just remembered I have to do... Whoa! That's a gate. I have to do hard mode Tazavesh tonight with some guildies. Just give me half tanks DPS. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? Now, some of my healers, especially the ones that I put more time into, can do half tank DPS, but it takes like very specific pools where I don't need to stop and cast heals and stuff. I think it's kind of insane. Resto Shaman can do more DPS than Holy Paladin with one button. Yeah, well, I mean, it takes more than one button. Like, yeah, you are just spamming Chain Lightning, but it's after you summon, like, little clones of yourself and stuff. That's kind of like... I don't know, that's kind of like saying that, like, a Paladin in Wings does more damage with a Judgment than a... Oh, tank, you gotta run from those. Than a Mistweaver Rising Sun Kicking. It's like, yeah, but the Paladin was in Wings, you know, like... It's a little bit of setup. But to me, it makes no sense that... I'll show you. I'll show you on this next pool. Your laser beams that you shoot through people... He said, yell if you need mana. I don't even think our mana's gone below 100%. That's how crazy our mana is. But our beams that we shoot through people, the little lasers... They look like they're doing a ton of damage. Like, watch my character. Don't look at the DPS meter, or I guess the DPS meter here. Just watch my character, and you'll be like, whoa, he's doing so much DPS. Just let me get in there. I'm waddling. So, like, watch all these yellow numbers. Like, whoa, he's popping off. He's doing so much damage. Like, holy, how is he this powerful? And you look at the damage meter, I peak at 1.4 million. Like... Then you realize, oh, all of those little ticks were like 25k, 50k if they crit, and you're like, okay, where's the damage? Like, where does it all go? And why isn't it real damage? It's just so sad. It's so sad. And then now our wings fell off, and I am very quickly falling. We're gonna sack the tank because he is just face tanking all this stuff. Alright. Trying to do as much damage as possible because our healing really does not matter here. Wings? Do I say it weird? Do I say wings weird? How do you say it? With an A? You say wangs? Just pop our wangs? Whoa, let's not say that. Let's keep it PG. Now that I said that out loud, I heard exactly what I was saying. Yikes. That's a PR disaster. Alright. Showtime. The only hard pull in this dungeon. That's a free wings. I feel like the hunter just face tanked the fire and didn't even die to it. Like, that's how chill these keys are. Look at that. Face tanking. This boss is just absolutely melting. I think I just wasted my dispel on the affix. Oops. Easy peasy. Yeah, Holy Paladin is a lot of fun, honestly. It really is. It's one of those where, like, the thought of playing it is like, that sounds boring. I don't really want to play it. And then you load up the Paladin, and man, it's just like, it's unlike any other healer. It really is. It's like fast-paced whack-a-mole with with lightsabers. The one thing about my UI that bothers me is at some point my holy power tracker broke. So like this is how I'm seeing my holy power, and it's like all the way over here. So I need to make a new weak aura for holy power. Oh, that's a free wings. And then also the other thing that's bothering me is how off, like, asymmetrical it is because of this this holy prism tracker that I made. Just, it's literally just an icon off center. It hurts the eyes. What's the best / easiest healer alt to try as a Mistweaver player? I would definitely say as a Mistweaver player, if I were looking for an alt that's just like an easy, you know, change of pace, I would definitely start with wanting to play a ranged, like a caster. I would definitely not. I don't agree with Zenelia, although Zenelia is probably just a much smarter person than me. But I definitely think like one of the easiest change of paces from Mistweaver would be going into casters, and I definitely think that Resto Shaman or Holy Priest are like the two easy casters. However, if you want something kind of similar to Mistweaver, I would say Voidweaver Disc Priest also deserves a little mention. I go the opposite way. You're just like, I just want to stay in melee. For me, it's like whenever I want to change a pace, like I need it to like, I need the actual cadence of the class, like the pace to change. And for me, that's just getting out of melee. Dude, this affix is obnoxious. You see just how easy this 5 is? We're going to push up our key in no time. Watch this character get a Salia's trinket. You know what's cringe? I said earlier that I did an LFR this morning trying to get a tier piece so I could actually get some tier set on this character. No tier piece, but do you want to see what I did get? Arguably, probably better to get from LFR. This is gonna get kind of scary if these. Okay, if the pulsar spawns, I was gonna say. I got the boots. Okay, the hunter looks like he's gonna get it, so we're just gonna let him get that. But I got the Reshi Wrap boots. Alright. It's weird. I've never had assassins still alive during this phase. Yo, B Sickles. What's good, B Sickles? Good to see you. What's up? We're doing the all healers to 3K challenge, and this is our character that we have basically neglected. Ooh, a new strat. Where are we going? We're hiding over here. Interesting. This guy must live in Australia, because I have never been this direction. Interesting. Oh. I can probably just Divine Toll when that last star pops. Yeah, we're chilling. Ah, we get another phase. That's cringe. Alright, that was like the quickest Celia's Gambit I've ever seen. It's crazy. We waited longer for a tank than it took to complete that dungeon. Like, that's insane. Ooh, someone got the secret technique. Need? If not, I would roll. Okay, so we got literally the best drops. We got the ring and the trinket. Or I got the ring. Someone else got the trinket. We're waiting to see if they need it. Okay, they do need it. GG. GG. Okay, but we got a haste versus ring. I think it's not that bad. Hey, did you see the new dungeon changes coming tomorrow? I did not. I did not. Nice booties. Thank you. I do. Okay, let's see. New dungeon changes coming tomorrow. Let's see. Let's look at them. Hopefully some changes to the count in Halls of Atonement. Let's see if we can find them really quick. Ooh, okay, Ara-Kara and Halls nerfed. Very good. Hopefully to the count on both of those dungeons. Ara-Kara, the Trilling Attendant, Resonant Barrage, initial cooldown increased, ability cooldown increased by 50%, and periodic damage reduced by 12.5%. Okay, that's really good, because that was doing so much damage on those first few pools, if I'm thinking of the right enemy. Engorged Crawlers, Venomous Spit, ability cooldown increase. Okay, we were getting overrun by poison, so that is so good to hear. So huge changes. Avanox, Starved Crawler health reduced. Okay. Now this wasn't really a problem for like organized or like semi-organized groups, because the crawlers, you could just face the tank away and like they would never get eaten or something. There was like some kind of strat. So like the crawlers would just sit there and you could just kill them. And they gave good funnel. So like I don't know if this is actually a good thing in the long run. Okay, Gauntlet Onslaught damage reduced. This is huge. Because in higher keys as a monk, this was getting pretty hard to heal. Even with our Tiger Palms. And then Anub Zect. Address an issue with Eye of the Swarm where the rim visual is larger. Okay, that's cool. Okay, Halls of Atonement. Reduce the number of depraved obliterators and depraved collectors near each of the scarred. Okay, or shard of the Halkias. That's really good. Reduce the number of obliterators and collectors. That's crazy. That's so much less casts. Reduce the density of creatures in the courtyard before Echelon, so going up those stairs. So there's probably going to be like less patrol mobs, less mini bosses, like less eviscerators and stuff. That's good. Enemy forces requirement reduced by 10%. That was so much needed. Stoneboard Slasher enemy force value increase. Yeah, because they gave like what 1.2% or something, and they're like the hardest enemy to kill. So huge dub for the player base. I think that is some massive changes. Thank you for telling me that was coming. That was like waking up and it's like Christmas morning, you know? It's like, whoa, we're getting some good changes coming in. Okay, let's equip this ring that we just got. We probably want to get rid of this ring. Ooh, I have good rings in my bags. What am I doing? How much more gear am I just hoarding? Now we have some catalyzable pieces. How many catalyzable pieces? Not enough for tier. Let's see, 694. Another 694. Both are heroic. I kind of like bigger crit, smaller verse there. So we have catalyzable head, pants. Do I catalyze? Or do we wait till tomorrow? Because I think this is also catalyzable, the shoulder. And say we get like a chest or a hands tomorrow from the vault. I think that's the play. I'm not going to catalyze anything yet. But this character literally could just get tier set tomorrow, which would be absolutely monumental. Okay, we're already in a +8 Floodgate on this character. And just by looking in my bags, we've already gained a few item levels. Oh, so one quick update for those following the series. I did do a lot of delves yesterday on my shaman, trying to raise my delve score. So this thing here, this is warbound. But the reason being, I'm sure a lot of you guys know this, but if you get your delve score up to this third thing called Ethereal Visit, once you've gotten it, after you do a +9 or higher delve, this guy will just be at the end in the loot room, and he sells trinkets. Now, the downside is that those trinkets do cost 2,000 undercoin each, and like a lot of my alts just don't have undercoin. Like this one doesn't even own an undercoin. So I'll still have to grind a bunch of delves, but what I can do is eventually, just with enough delve grinding on my shaman or my monk, like one of the characters that could just breeze through these things. Oh, whoa, mommy, okay. I'll be able to like buy a really good trinket, like a busted trinket on every single healer. So that will be like a huge gain. But that's like an off-stream grind kind of thing. Oof. Full send? You think full send? Oh, is this you? Is this you, oh whoa mommy? Huge changes for both. Yeah, those are massive, Hexy. Also, Hexy, it's so good to see you. How are you doing? Very good to see you. I've been only enjoying HPAL. I got to 3K, but now it's impossible to get invited to 14th. Yeah, I've heard a lot of bad things from every spec. Like me as a Mistweaver, I sat there trying to get into a 14 Priory for 2 hours yesterday. Got declined to every single one of them. For either a Disc Priest or Resto Shaman, like... Or a Resto Druid even. Not even Prez Evokers are getting invited, which is crazy, because Prez is so slept on right now. You just went like full sim for the trinkets? I need to. Like, I definitely need to just grind some delves. Hey, yo, Chad. And we get the sub sound? Okay, Chad. Appreciate the support. The tier 1 sub, it goes a long way. You have no idea. Without you guys, I would not be here living the dream. Streaming and making videos. So thank you for the support. Also, we got Drac Nuggets in the group. Drac Nuggets and Oh Whoa Mommy. So this is going to be a dandy old time. It's Floodgate. Who's your favorite tank to heal in high keys? Not Prop Paladin. Oh my goodness. I did a few keys, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday. And every time that I had a Prop Paladin, they would be like so fine. I'd have them fully topped up, and they would just get one shot. Like, absolutely one shot. I like your name. Ayo Chad? I like it. And it's such a gamer name that it made my sound work. I've been trying to get my sound to work for days, and for some reason it worked when you subbed, so big fan, big fan. We love a Chad around here. Okay, so I said not probably Vengeance Demon Hunter, dude. They just do their own thing. Oh, and WoW, are you Drac Nuggets or Oh Mommy? I'm a fan of all the names. I just think it's a fun little composition of names. that we have here. You are the monk. Okay, no, I'm a fan. Big fan. But yeah, probably right now Vengeance Demon Hunter, if I had to say. Also, I hope you guys are okay with the lighting. I have my ring light. We got it in the mail. Um, it's just every now and then, like when it's a pretty day outside and it's not like the most aggressive lighting, I like to have that just going because it's just better for my eyes and stuff. So once it starts to get dark, I'll turn on the ring light and we'll have better lighting in here. But hopefully y'all are okay with the current state. I got shafted on my heroic Nexus King logs. I wasn't on the same platform as the person logging. And I have like one. Oh no, is that how it works? That's crazy. That's crazy, Zenelia. Crap. Now I'm not on the same as my guy who logs either. I need to take a better look at that. Because the guy that logs is our Resto Druid, and I'm on the same platform as our Evoker. That's like tragic. Alright, Floodgate time, me versus Swampface. Who will come out on top? Gone wrong. Alright. Trying to think how I use my cooldowns in this dungeon. Alright, oh whoa mama. Mama? Oh whoa mommy, carry us to victory, please. Okay, we didn't pull Spider, which is like already a big dub. Ow, I'm getting beamed. Let's stop all these spinners. Oh god, I'm not in range to kick. Oh! Tried to lay on hands. I was cut off from kicking. Alright. One death. It was to a fully channeled beam. But to be fair, he did kind of just, in a way, kind of just stood still in the beam. Does this affix scale up with key level? Like, is it going to get harder to heal off with every key level? Alright, we're cruising. Oh, mommy. They probably have aggro. Look at that damage. Man, a Windwalker and a Devastation Evoker has got to be so hard to tank for. Because both those specs just rip aggro left and right. Okay, we got our free wings going. Let's try to stop these wind-ups. Oh, that's a lay on hands. Yeah, at this point, I'm not even looking at how much holy power I have. I'm kind of just going off vibes. Like, I'm kind of like, do I think I have 3 holy power? Let's try a Word of Glory. And if it doesn't work, I just waste a global. That's kind of it. Straight up vibes. Check Discord later. Someone else posted their logs to that fight too. Okay, I saw someone posted this morning, and I planned on taking a look at them as I cooked. Because that's all they wanted, someone to review logs. But that's crazy. If that's really what happens, that's like... that is rude. Because you're in this... oh, don't like that. Just walked into a bomb. But you're in the same fight, like, zone or whatever it's called, fight ID. I don't know why I went this way. This is a bad idea. I'm just not even gonna Not even gonna mess with it. But it, like, doesn't make sense. But that's how that would work. The tank is typing, he said, what LOL? We got. We got. Don't know what else you want me to say. That in the past, there have been times where, like, the bombs aren't really where they show they are. But I think I might have just, like, actually walked over a bomb. Tank, you good? He said, hold on, let me show you guys what this tank said. Well, this is so awkward. He said, F, I go dead, and then turn around. He must have butt pulled something up there. But he said, F, I go dead. Okay. We're going, redeemed a stretch, Starlings? I guess Starlin, probably. Starlin, I will get your stretch in. Also, is that guy literally in the wall? I can't... Did they change it? Hello? That guy's... Has he always been in the wall? What on earth? Is that a bug? It's gotta be a bug, right? Do we go kill him? Or do we just ignore it? Looks like we're gonna just ignore it, which is probably gonna come back to bite us. I bet this guy's not gonna activate until we get into Swamp Face, and he's just gonna be chunking bolts at us. Got a big stretch. Ah. Welcome to Blizzard. Exactly. Exactly. Well, well. Oh, that's my sound. Wrong keybind. I've never seen that bug before. In both seasons of this dungeon, never seen that bug before. I have a feeling that we should go back and kill that guy. His health bar is red. Is he gonna snap? He's gonna snap to us at the worst time. And I bet you he brings his scaffolding. Like, I just know that's gonna come back to bite us. Okay, we're in our free wings. Gotta do a big heal. Popped Aura Mastery to heal through it. Or to survive it, I guess. Dude, we nuked Kiza. That's crazy damage. Alright, Tank's ready for it, though. Come on, Tank. We need big lives from these wallops. Good thing he's a Blood Death. I'm not even going to heal him. He's a Blood Death Knight. He's fine. It definitely doesn't look intentional, yeah. What's up, Codes? Good to see you. I saw you, was it in... I saw you in, I think it was Vlad's chat yesterday, right? I want to say... What's up, Andy? Happy Monday, dude. It's always like a bright morning when you join the chat, Andy. You're just one of those people. Like, you have that, like, those engaging responses. Just like a bright beacon of a personality. John Cena can't see him. Well, we can see him. He's like the worst. He's like in those movies where they're making fun of scary movies. We can't mount because we're just in combat. But you know those movies called like Scary Movie 1, Scary Movie 2? He's like if Scream were just hiding behind the curtains and they're all like, we see you, you know? Like we oh God. Oh, well, mommy. It's not safe back there. Get out of there. Run. This is ridiculous, dude. Okay, now he's shooting his nail gun. Let's not get stuck back there. Well, I guess in order to hit him, you have to go back there. This is ridiculous. This is a bug only WoW can have. Where'd he go? Okay, now he's out. Dude, what on earth? This game is so weird. Yeah, I had to pop in for his 24-hour fiasco. I know, I was hanging out in there for a bit. But man, 24-hour streams are rough. Like, even a 12-hour stream, it's crazy. I've only done like 2 or 3 12-hour streams so far. I'm gonna do one coming up soon. Me and my wife are still planning it. But they legit, just a 12-hour stream, you'll be like bedridden the next day. Like it's so hard to explain, but it uses like all of your energy. It's crazy. So I can only imagine a 24-hour stream. This is why sometimes I suck in combat and can't click the crates ever. Yeah, if you're stuck in combat, or if you can't click the crates, odds are it's because you're somehow in combat with something. Let's go and pop wings. I feel like I won't need them for another 2 minutes, so just do some damage. It's just like I'm using my big cooldown for damage, and then my top damage source is Consecration. Like, how does that make sense? Honestly, though, for an 8, with this, like, gear, I feel like this is going a little smoother than I thought it would go. Even though we've had a wipe already, and we had a bug just get a guy stuck in a wall. So it's not going well, but it's going better than I thought. That should tell you something about how confident I was in this key. I just tab targeted and pulled the boss. Oh, tank, please get aggro. Oh my god, why do I open my mouth? Why do I talk? It's insane. Every time I say something, I just jinx us. That is crazy. I am unbelievably bad at this game. Like I'm reaching new heights. It's crazy. The moment I said something about how well this was going, I tab target and holy shock, pull the boss. Oh my goodness. One day I'll find a second brain cell and then I'll be unstoppable. But for now, We work with what we've got. Oof, we'll be able to get him up, though. Oh, don't take that, don't take that, don't take that. Ooh, it was close. You can go and pop an early wings here. I think we can Divine Toll every single one with our last season tier set. I feel like that was a thing, right? I'm not making that up. I feel like I'm working so hard for 500k damage, dude. Oh, man. Oh, Holy Paladin. Never change. Please, actually, please change. I take it back. Please. Heal through the affix. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Hey LP, hope you're well. Got 3k the other day, Richard. That's amazing. 14 eco in all 13s except Ara-Kara, which is still sitting at 12. How's the 3k series coming along? Actually, pretty well. We're like kind of blasting. We're honestly kind of blasting like a lot better pace than I thought we would, especially with how like hard the season's been. I think it's just the more times that I do this series, just the easier, like the more I learn how to push, you know, and like different methods, and the better I get across the board at like each healer individually. I don't really want to wings. Actually, I think I do want to wings here, but because I'm worried about my timing for Swamp Face, Swamp Mama. Swamp Face. Swamp Face is right. Swamp Mama. Oh my goodness. That was my nickname in high school. Okay. But did you hear? I just saw it a second ago. We are getting some dungeon tuning tomorrow in Ara-Kara and Halls of Atonement. Some very good changes too. So very good. Dragon Redux. Did you come at a good time? I think so. I think it's always a good time. But no, we've made some mistakes here recently, but this key is kind of above our pay grade with this character. This is only like my third or fourth key all season, so I don't know. I'm happy with how it's going. I think I'm gonna have free wings going. Oh, whoa. Divine Toll. Oh. Stun. But yeah, we're making, honestly, like, pretty crazy progress across the board on our alts. Okay, how do I do this boss on this character? I feel like I definitely do want to stack with my group because of my mastery. But maybe when I'm in wings, I go opposite to my team. So for this first one, I'm going to wings it. Do I even need to? I might just be able to beacon it. Beacon with these flash of light heals is so strong. Because we have a talent where our flash of lights that are buffed by our infusion of procs are stronger. And then we also have another talent where... Oh, Evoker. Goodness gracious. We have another talent where our flash of lights on our beaconed allies are stronger. So like both those modifiers buffing up our flash of lights when they're enhanced is kind of crazy. But now I'm going to go ahead and wings here. Just so our beams cut through the boss, get some more damage, I guess. It's probably not like enough damage to matter, but makes me feel good. But the cool thing about Beacon of Virtue is you get to use it every single phase. Also, we're getting a free wings next time I press Judgment. So I'm trying to save that for when I have my Prism available and for when this phase starts. So now we're pressing it, using our free wings. Whoa! Got swept away. Easy peasy. Other than me almost inting there at the end. Super chill. Dude, Holy Paladin is like sleeper fun, man. Why do I always put it off so much? I'll never know. I appreciate you, Richard. Also, Dragon Redux, how are you doing? It's been a minute. It's been a few streams since we've talked. So hope all is going well. Hopefully this season's treating you nicely. And hopefully this week's vault went well. We had a very hit or miss vault week this week. I think our shaman got a really good trinket. But other than that, like I didn't really get too much good stuff from the vault this week. Maybe I can get my weeks mixed up. It's one thing about this series is the days just blend together. Oh no. Soaked a frontal, I think that is what that was. I'm gonna have to dispel the tank soon. Or is he okay? He's probably fine. Let's just dispel him. Dude, this affix always messes with my audio. But does that happen for you guys too, or is it just me? Because it literally drives me crazy. Okay, our next judgment's gonna trigger wings. So we're gonna avoid it for a bit. Let's go and press it. Okay, we are linked with those two guys. I'm gonna Divine Toll this one. Eventually. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, the monk does have diffuse magic. My dispel is kind of off rotation. Oof. Okay. Is he okay? We're gonna sack him. That got a little spooky, not gonna lie. Dude, this affix just with my audio. It's every time too, it's crazy. Okay, we might be able to stall a bit until we get our prism back. We get a free judgment wings here. Let's go and press it. Prism. Beacon. This way we can actually save our real wings for the boss. Okay. We're cruising. I almost just like bumped into the wall and nudged me into the swirly. Ooh, okay, we're 5% behind. What did we miss? We're just in our wings. This is like super chill. How do I heal this as a paladin? Guess Beacon of Virtue and save these Flash of Light procs, maybe? This is kind of awkward. I'll just go this way, I guess. Free wings. We have Divine Toll here. Aura Mastery. Gun Toll. Yeah, I feel like I am supposed to use my Virtue plus these infusion procs for the spot healing part. Go, go, go! 6.5 minutes. Guess the dude stuck in the wall is 5%. Yeah, we even went back and killed him. I kind of want to go back and watch the footage. Did we get percent for killing him? I wonder if it, like, robbed us of the percent. Speaking of Ara-Kara, any tips if targeted by charge on second boss when you are a priest? Grip your squishiest ally in to get knocked with you, because if you go down, you go down together. It's the best tip I got. I'm kidding. Use your feather. Oh no. Okay. Oh god. This is what are we doing? We only need 5%. Why do we pull all these casters? Just die, just die, just die, just die. Way too many casters. Oh, what a throw. What are we doing? Uh-oh. Okay, we just wasted 1.5 minutes. We only get like 2 more of those. Come on, tank. Be smart. That was brutal, man. Yeah, what was that pool? The back group's already hard enough. Exactly. I have no idea. I have no idea. Just go over here, tank. Don't pull the stuff to the left. Okay. Easy peasy. I mean, I say that, but that was kind of stressful at the end. But we did it. We did it. So when you're charged as a priest, I mean, just get as far away as possible, and as soon as he starts moving, you just have to arc your movement to the side and hope that if he hits you once, it'll knock you out of the second hit. You know what I mean? But it's just get far away and pray, kind of. That's what I do. Dang. Nothing. A whole bunch of nothing. Someone got plate. What was that? Plate something. Ooh, a plate chest. Another plate chest. Ooh. Need those? Oh, they both insta left the group. Does he even need them? I don't think he needed them. It's like fully geared. Let's inspect them. Oh. What about this guy? Well, dang. 2 people got the chest, and that would be our catalyzable 4-piece. And they just dipped. Do we send them a message? What would you guys do? Do we send them a message and be like, hey, do you need the chest? I feel like there's no harm in that, right? But I do know that it's annoying if they do need the chest, right? I say screw it. Need. Let's turn off caps lock. Need chest. Okay, there's one to the Blood Death Knight. One to the Warrior. So there's always a chance. Ooh, he doesn't need it. Oh, it's so lit. He said he doesn't need it. See, what's the harm in asking, right? Okay, the Warrior did need it. The worst they can say is yes, they do need it. And then you just hit them with a congrats. And then everyone walks away better. Ugh. 14 Dawnbreaker time should be fun. Oh, God. Dawnbreaker's a fun one, though. Dawnbreaker definitely is a fun one. Yeah, I think the last key that I would need for a Resilient 14 is a Priory. But like I said yesterday, I tried to do a Priory 14. I tried to just get into a group yesterday. It took me 2 hours and just insta-decline. All day long. Very sad, very sad. So this guy's here, but I feel like we would need to be in Rookery, right? Where'd he go? He said here. I just saw him on the map. Okay, I see him now. Why is he over there? I'm coming. I'm coming. He's by the dummies. This is our meeting spot. Is this him? That's not him. Now where is he? Oh, I have war mode on. Oh no, I'm stupid. Okay, go into Rookery. Go into Rookery. Why wasn't it letting me go into Rookery? Maybe we go to Orgrimmar and turn off war mode? Okay, turning off war mode. You don't need to be in a dungeon no more to trade it. Really? What the heck? When did they change that? Hey, Granola, good to see you. How's it going? Tank probably insta-left because he was embarrassed about that last pull. Maybe. Change to normal? That probably is it. That's probably it because I probably have it on Mythic from last season. You're right. I'll just tell him I'm turning off war mode. It wasn't letting us zone in yet. How do I turn this off again? Like that. Okay. What city are we in? Is it downstairs? I feel like the new port is downstairs, right? Is it this one? Yes. I haven't been to Orgrimmar in like many seasons. Turned war mode off. Now all we need is to loot a tier set from the vault tomorrow, and we have 4-piece. Granted, you know, the tier set piece does have to be one that we don't already have. Okay, where is he? Here's the boy. It's so freaking lit, dude. Turn off war mode and Dornagal? Really? I thought you had to be in Orgrimmar. This shows you how stupid I am. Thank you so much. It's so lit. But no, it really shows you how little I do PvP. I don't know why this character had war mode on. It's been on since like forever. Like I don't know why it still has it. Hey, look, we got resilient keys last season. Never claimed the thing. Does it work now? Is our key resilient? Where the heck is our key? Aha. Oh, we got Gambit again, dude. Got the great Gambino. I need to get at least a 10 done on this character, though, for a really good vault option. Which kind of sucks, man. It sucks that we got a 9 Gambit. Let's go back in. Start a group. But this character's gear is coming along. Our bagged gear is a lot higher, though. So let me equip all of my highest pieces. So there's the chest, the helm, shoulders, chest, helm, shoulder. I feel like that's it, right? Chest, helm, shoulders, boots. I know I have a higher item level. Pants. So really this character's 685. So this is actually one of our more geared alts item level wise. But the thing is that none of these pieces are tier. So I would need to catalyze them to be able to equip them. And it'd be worthwhile. Should I just go ahead and catalyze? I only have 2 charges, right? Yeah, we only have 2 charges. But once we hit 2K... That's 3. Dang, man. Glad to see you playing Holy Paladin. Fabian, it's just good to see you. I'm having fun. Having a lot more fun than I thought I would on this character. Ooh, a Brewmaster. Get in here. Huge GG easy. If you mouse over your item level on the right, it tells you what your highest possible is. Let's see. Let's re-equip all of our tier from last season. Whoa. Specky, it's good to see you, but also 15 months, a 12-month streak, by the way. You're streaking for a year. That gets you arrested where I live, but I appreciate you so much, Specky. Dude, the Prime sub, those Bezos bucks, they go a long way, and you know that. So I appreciate all the support. Over the past year, that's crazy. That is crazy. What's good, Specky? What are you up to? How's your WoW grind treating you? Sure, I'll take a mage. Viz Grim Lich. Let's upgrade these boots, though. They're LFR boots, but they're so good. They proc your Reshiwraps more. Let's see how much... Yeah, 200 million worth of shielding is crazy. That is crazy. We don't need a healer. Okay. I'm afraid to dump a lot of our crests and stuff yet. But tomorrow, I think what we're going to do is after we crack vaults, I think I'm going to spend a lot of our crests. Like, I think I'm going to do, like, a lot of crest spending. At, like, finally put those things to use. Because I have quite a bit of them banked up on my Evoker and Shaman. And I feel like they're useless unless you use them, you know? Let's go and port there. Ramaster said, would you only catalyze heroic or mythic pieces now? No, I'm to the point where I would catalyze what would get you to 4 set. So I'm not going to even use the catalyst until I have a guaranteed 4 set lined up. So right now, like, even if I hit 2K today and get that third catalyst charge, I'm not going to use any three of them because I'm not going to use any three of them until after tomorrow because tomorrow I'm opening vaults and it would be the worst thing ever to craft like shoulders, chest, and helm, and then tomorrow getting like a mythic helm in the vault, you know. Whereas I could have just waited till tomorrow and I could get the mythic helm, craft shoulders, chest, pants, you know. But for me, it doesn't really matter as much about track right now, especially with how you get a. Don't you get a charge every other week? I feel like that's so frequent. Plus, like, you could always grind out like a raid trying to get your other piece. I'm in the wrong dungeon. It's not eco time, unfortunately. Taking a break from WoW, but still watching you, Specky. I appreciate you so much. Appreciate you so much. What has been your hobby of choice in your WoW hiatus? I know a lot of my guildies are currently playing PoE 2. Some of my guildies are playing RuneScape. I'm very much in a WoW grind right now, but recently I took like a little short, like, not even a break, but just like toned down how much I was playing and was playing a lot of card games and having fun. Escape from Tarkov. I know a few of my friends are on a kick right now for Tarkov too. So that's funny. Oh, I was supposed to see. So it shows your item level 685, equipped 680. I see now. Interesting. Okay, ready, check. Going back into Gambit. Really, Gambit is just like 4 hard pulls and then the rest is like so easy. Man, I'm going to spend so much time in this dungeon today because we're doing hard mode tonight. And that alone takes like an hour and a half in a good run. And bad runs are like much longer. Alright, popping an offense because I see some bolts coming my way. Glad I did because I definitely would have died had I not. But about tier set, like, I mean, it really depends on your situation. Like, if you're someone who, like, raids, you probably just want to get tier set as quickly as possible. But if you're someone who doesn't raid, like, you probably... I don't know. It really depends on what your goals are. Like, if you're trying to min-max your character as much as possible and you're fine with waiting another week to get tier, then sure, maybe you only catalyze mythic pieces and heroic pieces, but... I don't know. To me, honestly, like... I guess you could also argue, like, it depends on how much you play that character. If you're just playing one character, or two even, there's enough time in the day where you could technically just sit there and grind a dungeon all day until you get the heroic shoulders to drop, and then just catalyze the heroic shoulders, you know? But with me playing all 7 or all 6 healers at once, I kind of don't really care too much to do that, especially when I, like, kind of intend on stopping playing a lot of these healers once I hit 3K, you know what I mean? So as long as I do what's required to get to 3K, I'm fine. I still have no idea what my little AoE stop does. I know it blinds. I don't really know like how that interacts with stuff. Have you managed to do a no death run yet? Yes, we did a no death run last week, and it took like an hour and a half. We almost had some deaths on the final boss. I don't think one of our DPS like really knew how much the Divine Star damage would be, and he just almost rotted down to that, even though I was like in the middle of my Chi-Ji. But yeah, that, I mean, it does so much damage, like, it's no joke. And the rest, like, some of the boss fights are so easy. We were literally just like popping Lust and bursting the boss down. So like, I'm sure they were like, their guard was down, you know, but that mechanic alone does so much damage on the final boss. Yeah, we've had one deathless, two death-ridden runs, but one deathless, and that's all that counts. And we have fun doing it, so I think our group is some of, you know, I'm not going to pick favorites in my guild, but Scott, not Glaze, I'll praise him all day long. He's our raid leader, and he's really fun to play with. He's, like, very funny. Let's see. It's really strong, but it feels like it can be a waste to use it for lower than hero. Yeah, but it's more like tier set is more about getting the effect of the tier, and the effect is the same regardless of the rank of the gear, you know what I mean? So like I care more about having the 4-piece effect than I do about having like 6 more item levels on an individual piece. However, I guess like your point is good where if that's your main and that's the only character you play, then technically you could just spend like more time grinding that piece on heroic, and that would be definitely worth it. This fool is so annoying as a melee healer. I'm just gonna sit out here, throw some things. I'll yeet a hammer, shoot some balls of light at these guys. All right. 0 death, Tazavesh. The fun thing about Tazavesh is we're literally halfway through the count. Like, that's why I like this dungeon. Menagerie was so hard on week 1, and now it's an absolute joke. Menagerie. You gotta remind me of the names. Menagerie. Was that the music boss? Because, yeah, the music boss was kind of a terror on week 1. That drum roll was hitting really hard. But maybe I'm misremembering a name. Or no, wait, is Menagerie... Honestly, all the bosses were so hard week 1. But I think Menagerie might be the one that like sucks you in and shoots out the orbs and everything, right? I feel like I'm mixing all the bosses up. Oh man, I just popped wings. No, sit here and fight, Hildebrand. What are you doing? You wuss. That's so rude. Menagerie's the one with 3 bosses and 1 of the orbs, yeah. No, that one was hard because like it was so hard to burst down the second boss in time. So you were fighting 2 bosses for a long time, and that overlap was terrifying. Where it would suck you in and then do the pulses with the orbs, like, yeah, that was terrifying. The one that scared me the most week 1 was the male boss. I was so nervous to do the throwing of the bombs, like that alone just like raised my anxiety so much. It was very nerve-wracking. Okay, I see the sunlight is fading a bit. You guys let me know if you want me to close the blinds and turn on my ring light. I'm fine either way, but I just, you know, I'll do it if you guys want me to. Alright, we are trailblazing through this dungeon, dude. What's your opinion of having adventure guides and PTR probably, PTR testing for raids? Adventure guides and PTR testing for raids, where you go in basically knowing the fight and what to do. Though I don't have the time nowadays, but back in the day, I think I would have really enjoyed trying to figure out How to do a boss with my friends. I think you meant PTR, and I think PTR is like always a good thing because it lets them catch a few bugs. Like, there's always going to be some bugs on PTR that are caught before they hit live. But I do think like it can kind of ruin your enjoyment of a season. Like, I think it's just more fun to kind of like figure out the fight with your friends. So if you're someone who, like I do, like I kind of have to for my videos where I'll log on PTR and just like raid alone, you know? That can kind of make you just like get early exposure to a raid fight, which is a little lame. But if you do it with guildies, like if you do PTR with guildies, that sounds like so fun to me. I know a lot of guilds are on the PTR, like they always test on the PTR. Every now and then, like I'll PTR test with some guilds. Like I tested with Elevate for what was the tier after Amir Drasil? But I tested with Elevate, and that was so much fun, dude. They were very fun to raid with. But, you know, a big-time guild like that, they obviously have, like, a full roster. They weren't, like, recruiting or anything, and I was already very happy in my guild at that time. I'm going to pop wings here, and pop it offensive because I don't want to die in wings. Alright. We lived. I did just use wings and free wings, but we live. So we take those. But if that's not what you meant, just let me know and I'll try to get you a better answer. This affix is so lame. Oh, tank turned it a bit early. Hopefully it's okay. Nice. It's a big root, or whatever that is. Do mages have a root? What don't mages have, dude? They have literally everything. It's crazy. But from the deathless kill that we did, I got mythic hands, which I still haven't equipped on my monk because I need to catalyze them first. That was the spoils of our adventures in Tazavesh hard mode. But also this boss was easily like the hardest boss on hard mode week 1, even week 2. But once we realized that we can just like burn down the ads, like you can literally just kill them. It really makes it a lot easier. We couldn't get past music boss on week 1. Didn't have the damage. Oh, that was before they nerfed the shield. You're right. Yeah. No, that was crazy. We had to like, I don't even remember how we did that, but yeah, we wiped on that boss like twice. But yeah, they eventually nerfed the shield. Uh-oh. Pulling 2 Starseers is a little ballsy. We're gonna pop wings and aura mastery and beacon. Oh god, focus one of them. Once my cooldowns run out, we're kind of screwed, man. I can immune And I can immune sack someone. I'm gonna sack the mage, immune myself. Okay, apparently it didn't work. I'm still taking damage. What's happening? I don't like this. I feel like I just got scammed out of my forbearance buff. That's cringe. Trying to do as much damage as possible here. But without wings, I do nothing. Bop is physical damage only. That was magical damage. Ah, okay, that checks out. Oh my goodness. I'm so bad at paladin. What did I do? Someone pulled these, then I guess I healed them and ripped aggro. That's kind of cringe. We're definitely going to wipe here, so I'm going to save my AoE kick. We just need these rifts not to go off. The rifts are death. There's AoE kick. I'm going to stun one, kick the other. Stun this one. Okay, someone else kicked that one, so now I have my kick for that. I'm just going to focus this guy down, get him dead. Okay, we lived somehow. Glad I held my kick because I knew people would use their like actual stops. Or like AoE stuns and stuff. Okay, we have wings. Whoa! Okay, here's the pulsar. Wings. Beacon. Gotta watch out for the boss. Okay, Pulsar, where you at? I gotta focus you down so quick. Oh, this is terrifying. Whew, goodness gracious. Richard said 14 Dawnbreaker was in the bag, but oh no. The last boss did the ability it does when no one's in melee, even though the tank was and wiped us. Oh man, why is Dawnbreaker the way it is, dude? It's so broken. I'm gonna ping the mage. I'm gonna ping the mage with an assist. Okay, they're just moving in melee, so I guess it's on me. How cursed is this as a holy paladin? Not the worst thing ever, but I did have to have Divine Toll. I had to have like everything up to make that easy. Bouncy Sardine, what a name. What's my least favorite healer at the moment? Ooh, great question. Like, if you asked me before today's stream, I would have said Holy Paladin, but dude, honestly, Holy Paladin's a good time. The mage might not have it work here. They're standing in the circle. I don't think that's gonna work. Ah, okay, it did. But honestly, like, I'm having a lot of fun today on the Paladin. Maybe Holy Priest, which is weird because Holy Priest is usually like in my top 3. But I don't have its tier set yet, and I'm a big Archon enjoyer. And I feel like I just like, I'm not an Oracle Holy Priest enjoyer. And I don't want to play Oracle. So like until I get Archon, or until I get tier set, I'm kind of just like, eh. Ooh, the tank is moving closer. No, he's not. Got excited for nothing. Can't believe they're making me do this, dude. Hurry, quick. Whew. But yeah, I would probably say Holy Priest. Oh god. I don't know. Like Holy Priest isn't bad. It's just I think the better answer is just that I'm having a lot of fun on all the healers right now. Like, and Holy Priest has kind of been the one where I'm like, I don't really want to play it until I get tier set, you know? Which I'm not even like that on really any healer. I'm still having fun with last season's Totemic Shaman tier set. So, I don't know. And Prez Evoker is like crazy right now. Like, it's so slept on. Which is, that's normally my answer is Prez Evoker. We're just going to ignore it here. Nice. Very nice. Was that Deathless? I feel like we had a death. We did on the Dragon Boss. What did someone get? Someone got, ooh, the helm? And then someone else got the ring. Very nice. Alright. Ooh, he does not need the helm. I don't need it either, though, is the thing. So I'm not going to roll for it. Alright, we're going to get a 10 and... Ooh, it's an 11 Ara-Kara. That's a yikes. Ara-Kara is getting nerfed tomorrow, so... Ooh. H-Pal looks hectic. It's not that it's hectic. It's just that a lot of your healing is spot healing. So, like, you know... What's a good example? As a shaman, if you need to heal 3 people, you just cast Chain Heal. But as a paladin, you need to cast Beacon and then Holy Shock 2 of them. And so it's like, it's just like you're doing a little bit more things to accomplish the same stuff. So I guess that kind of is literally me saying how hectic it is. But I promise you it's not as bad as it looks. Without wings, I do nothing is our battle cry. That's a good tattoo. Without wings, I do nothing. But I hate to hear that, Richard. Oh, man. Dawnbreaker's so buggy. It's so bad. But what's up, Pascal? How are you doing? It looks that way, but once you understand your rotation in CDs, it feels so good and everything is easy. Yeah, especially now, like, before they buffed Holy Paladin in the preseason PTR, it felt miserable to play. I'm not going to lie to you guys, like... It was one of the healers where, like, I didn't even want to make a video on it during PTR because I was like, this feels horrible. But then they ended up buffing it multiple times on PTR, and it came out, like, super good. Also, do you want to see what this Warlock said? As soon as I left the dungeon, they're, like, flaming their tank. Hold on, let me hide my camera so y'all can see. I just walk out, and this guy says that. That's funny. Do I have any tattoos? I don't, but my wife, I think, does want me to get some at some point, and I want to get some. I think if I had tattoos, I would not get a few. I would probably get a lot. So I'm either going to look like this or like heavily tattooed. So if you ever see me get one, just know there are probably many to follow. But the ones that I really want... They're corny. The only tattoos that I do want are like very dorky things, like Naruto related. But I really want Amaterasu, the black flames that like Itachi and Sasuke use their Sharingan to like put on people. I want that like crawling up like my shoulder. You know what I mean? That would be so cool. Just like a flame creeping up. Anyways, but no, I don't have any tattoos currently. The boats are still bugged too, like what the hell? Yeah, I mean, like, come on. It's 2 seasons deep now. How are we still falling through the boat? Also, no one is queuing up. I don't think anyone wants to do a plus 11 with this character, if I'm being honest. I guess everyone's got their sack broods already. Maybe we equip our maxed gear pieces so that they actually queue up. Because there's no shot people queue up to my key like this. There we go. Let's see now. Now that I just gained 5 item levels. Our streamer about to get tatted up like Illidan. I mean, the thing is, tattoos are very expensive. So I don't think I would ever get a tattoo soon, to put it that way. What's my real name? My real name is Chris. Chris, like the first 5 letters of Christmas. How are people as toxic as that warlock? I have no idea, man. I just stepped out into the open world and saw that chat. Like, I did not want to be part of that. But yeah, it's crazy how bugged Dawnbreaker is. Um, Man, I feel like I encountered another Dawnbreaker bug the other day that I had never seen before, but I can't even think of what it was. Snelia says, as a Holy Paladin, you're a triage healer. Your single target is insane and all instant cast, so it's super fast paced. Yeah. It does feel like super smooth. I will say that. That's a great point, Zenelia. Zenelia says no one does 11s in general. Either they do 10s for quick vault or 11 for or 12 for no affix. Yeah, now that you put it that way, you're 100% right. I've been told many times that's a healer mechanic. Oh god, what's a healer mechanic? Oh, what's a healer mechanic? I hate doing the soaks as a healer. Soaks. Soaks. What soaks are we talking about? I have to think of it before you tell me, because I feel bad. I have no idea what soaks we're talking about. And probably in Dawnbreaker. The soaks. Ah, I'm blanking. That mage joined, inspected me, left the group immediately. Like, faster than I would have even been able to kick him, by the way. Been told that's a healer mechanic. I have a shark and an anchor from my best friend of 25 years. Like, they tattooed you? That's awesome. Were we still talking about Dawnbreaker? What soaks are in Dawn? I mean, maybe on, like, the first boss, you have to, like, bait the soaks, you know what I mean? Or bait the circles. Am I going to be able to heal a plus 11 Ara-Kara? Thinking about the first boss, like, specifically Gauntmer Onslaught, like, I'm going to have a really clean rotation of buttons here. They freaking hurt, yeah. I mean, I do have, like, a semi-high pain tolerance, but nothing crazy. So, I mean, I do want a lot of tattoos, but I don't know. I just, you never know how much they hurt until you get your first one, you know? So I got to get my first one to be able to tell. Maybe we take the Druid so that I have Mark of the Wild for a bit more sustain. Nah, dude. These guys are just so tanky. Demon Hunters? Demon Hunters are crazy. We'll take one of them. I mean, a lot of times soaks are a healer mechanic. Are you talking about Tazavesh Streets? I know there's a soak there. That's kind of like an everyone mechanic. Oh, but by the way, Neve, what's good? How are you doing today? Also, OG Factor, man, a lot of people popping in today. Hopefully everyone's having a good one. I feel like Speedy Fabian, though, I feel like you're doing a background check on me right now. You're trying to find out all my stuff. You're like that guy from Kim Possible, like, give me his first name and I'll tell you everything you need to know. And then, you know, boom. Identity. Oh no, we're waiting on a tank again. I guess I can go ahead and port. Let's get there. Ara-Kara, City of Echoes. Soaks in last boss of Gambit. Okay. I'm stupid. I see what you mean now. God, I'm an idiot. I mean, it's the healer's job to have it dealt with, but not every time. The healer shouldn't always go and get it. Yo, Vicar, not only a sub on Twitch, but also a member on YouTube. I mean, God, there needs to be like a special badge for that, Vicar, but dude, I appreciate the support. 9 months in a row. It's insane. Insanity, Vicar. Insanity. But the healer, like ideally, the healer does do it because like not many ranged DPS can go out and get it and not lose a lot of DPS for doing so. But if your healer can't physically heal through it, then like while doing it, then yeah, they definitely should do it. So I think if you have like a range character like as a holy paladin, I probably should have asked my mage to go out and get it for me. You know, I do prefer to do the soak myself, like Zanelia's saying. Like if I can, like if I'm on my Mistweaver monk and it's not like too far away, then I'll go run and do it and like use Thunder Folk's tea and stuff. But like, you know, as a Mistweaver, a lot of my healing, if I need to Chi-Ji it, is in punching and kicking. Same with like Tiger Palms and stuff. Hey, Maxie's with the follow. Thank you for the follow. Y'all are so cool. But like, you know, it kind of depends on what the healer is, what the DPS are and stuff. What's your highest rating healer? I've kind of been focusing on alts more this season than most. But right now my highest is still the Mistweaver, 3121. We are 1 key away from 14 resilience on it. But usually this character's a lot higher, so people I feel like still see my last season's IO. And how can you join a group of 685? I'm pushing my own key. We're technically we're 680. I'm gonna have to unequip some pieces to get my old tier set. But I'm basically pushing my own key, and the only reason why I'm able to get into an 11 with this gear is because I just timed my 9 with this gear. So we're kind of proving people wrong and finding our own limits. You know what I mean? As opposed to letting people tell me what the limits are, which is by queuing up to people. Steve Jobs, man. I'm just picturing like I don't know, Steve Jobs with I don't know. Never mind. Not gonna finish that one. I mean, Prime is basically free. That's true. Prime subs are free. That is true. Some DPS will just do it too quickly and I can't keep up. Yeah, the general rule, like the number one rule, is as long as only one person does it, you're good. If multiple people are soaking, like if you don't establish who's going to do the soaking, then you're good. No, I'm writing something for university during listening to your stream. Okay, I was just messing with you, Fabian. Just messing with you. I usually always pop in here. I'm not the biggest chatter though. You're fine, OG Factor. I like it though. You're the first person that I've seen in a while that Twitch gave you the white name. Like, let me show you what I mean. Twitch actually gave you a white name here, so that's pretty cool. Usually it gives like, it cycles between the same few colors, but I don't see white too often. But I'm kind of the same way. A lot of times like I'll show up in a stream and I'll kind of just lurk a bit. But it's good to chat with you. Well, can you really be 3k at 685? Last season, I got my shaman to 3k at a very low item level. So, I mean, it can be done. Like, technically, if I never get gear. Okay, we're not going to invite the guy with the deserter penalty. Sorry, team. It probably could be done. Like, I would need to get all 13s done, I think, for 3k. I feel like on my shaman I could do that. On my druid I could definitely do that. With 685. My druid's 684, and we just timed a 12 hauls the other day, and it was so smooth. Do you know how long deserters last? I don't. I know people say that when you get it, you just need to do a few keys to get rid of it. But I don't know how many a few is, you know. I chose it myself to mess with the light mode users. Ah, you know what? I'm here for that. That's positive sabotage right there. That's a free deserter. True. I am not going to deal with that at all. I can definitely agree that it would be more annoying on Monk to go get it. Yeah. See, the thing is, like, as Holy Paladin, most of your heals you don't really need to be in melee for. But as a monk, especially Master of Harmony, where you need to be Tiger Palming, like, it's hard. It's hard. My God, I'm 705 and just now doing 9s on my Rescue Druid. There's literally nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying everyone should be able to do this. Like, the amount of keys that we do at a high key level but low item level is outweighed by how many we fail. So it takes like 3 fails to get one good one, you know. So it's not like a. I wouldn't let it change where you set your own bar, you know. People never do mechanics cry. Yeah, we definitely encounter that too. So, but I will be posting the Halls of Atonement tomorrow morning. So if y'all want to watch it while you're waiting on the servers to come back, it will be on the YouTube channel for you guys. 9s are harder than 13s. 11s are harder than 12s too, and that's like you can't argue that. 11s are so much harder than 12s. 4s are harder than 13s. I did a 5 Priory. I'll show you. I did a 5 Priory this morning before I went live. The tank died and then went AFK. Like, legit, I wasn't recording, or it would have just been a free Metro video, you know what I mean? But, like, the tank literally went AFK after dying. Super cringe. It was on this character. I was trying to push up the key a little bit before I went live. So you guys didn't have to watch me do a 4 and a 5, but that's why we started the stream today with a 4, because we encountered a cringe guy. Oh man, dude, tanks are impossible to find. But you might get flashbanged. I'm so sorry about that. I do have a VOD. So I did make a video the other day. Let me pull it up for you guys so I can show you what I'm talking about. I made a video the other day. This one. Oh, I got an ad. Give me a second. Oh, we got a double ad. Unskippable 2 15-second ads. Okay, so it's this video. It's all 8 heroic bosses done on with Yu'lon and Chi-Ji. So if you haven't seen that, it's literally a POV of a Mistweaver POV of all 8 heroic raid bosses, and like I talk through my thoughts of each one and what I did right, what I did wrong. So definitely check it out. It's a longer video, but you'll see I have it timestamped for each boss. So if you just want to skip around. I also did like a Chi-Ji kill on there too. But I do have my VODs saved of some of my mythic kills. And I know a lot of people have been asking for some mythic raid videos. The reason why they haven't been coming super frequently is because for a while my computer was not letting me record them, but I have some pretty good kills here, so if y'all want to see that, let me know and I'll talk through my mythic kills that we've done. We're only like, what are we? I have to pull up the dungeon journal to see what we've killed. We have killed Plexus Sentinel, Lumathar, Soulbinder. That's it. Okay, we're only 3 out of 8, but we're working on Forge Weaver. Forge Weaver is basically just P1 and then an intermission and then P1 again. So we're kind of on still, we just started it. We've only had like 1 day. We are 6 out of 8 heroic. That video is gold for us. I appreciate that MCS power. Yeah, I talk about a lot in that video. Like I would definitely recommend it if you're, especially if you're still progging raid. But I do have my VOD saved of my few mythic kills that I want to make soon. But really, like if I'm being honest with you guys, while I make this series, like the time frame that this series is still going on, it takes up like every spare minute of mine. Like I'm very lucky right now that my wife is so busy with her work, because I would feel so bad because of how long I spend editing and working each night, like trying to get the videos made and stuff. Because this series takes a long time. That's kind of why I'm rushing it a little bit. Just because eventually I'll get burnt out. Right now I'm still having a blast, but I know like in the like 10th week of this challenge it starts to get very taxing. So I just don't want to let it get to 10 weeks, you know. I finished an 8 with 2.2 million HPS. Crazy how people ignore mechanics. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Okay, this guy, we're just gonna take him. Lupito. Oh, I guess not. That's cringe. Dang. He rejects the invite as I hit invite. Man, I have so many tabs open. So, I keep saying this, but I'm gonna do a 12-hour stream soon in the next few weeks. And I kind of want to have some like sub goal things. Like I kind of want to do like a G Fuel giveaway at some point, and I kind of want to do like some funny things. Okay, let me run some of them by you. If I were to not shave my beard until then, what if there was a sub goal where I have to shave down to mutton chops? Okay, if you don't know what mutton chops are, I highly recommend you look them up because they're hilarious. But like, would that interest you guys? Like, would anyone care for that, or would that just be like a why is that there kind of thing? And then on that same note, like, what if one of the sub goal, it would be a crazy one because I've never done this before, but what if I like buzzed my head? You know, I feel like I would look so dumb. That would be crazy. But is that worthy? The thing is, like, I don't know what is worth doing a sub goal for. Like, I don't want to come up with like all these stupid ideas that no one really cares for, but I want them to be like funny. My wife would probably be a little upset. Obviously, like after the stream ends, I'd just shave the mutton chops off. Okay, like the mutton chops would not last, but I feel like I could rock a buzz. I don't know what my hairline looks like. I don't want to expose myself here. We're just gonna. My hair's like super curly today, but what does your wife think about? I don't know. Like the thing is, like, I feel like, I mean, y'all don't really see like all of me, I guess, but like I feel like I would rock a buzz, but also I do think, I don't know. I have no idea. So, okay, well, hold on. Now I think y'all might be getting a little too excited about the buzz cut things. So, hold up. Yeah, 100% I would get her permission. Yeah, like I would not just like show up one day buzzed, but well, buzz cutted, buzzed too, I guess. Oh goodness, I think those would be so funny though. Like, I don't know. Dyeing the beard pink. Okay, you're kind of cooking. That would be I would never dye my hair pink. It would have to be like for that stream only. So dyeing the beard pink could happen. That could be like one of the first few sub goals, and then later it could be to shave the beard into just mutton chops. Drunk and buzzed. So like maybe at one point, like every few tiers, it's to like drink a Pabst Blue Ribbon or something. How about a reverse mohawk? What's a reverse mohawk? Is that like a side to side? Hold on, we gotta look up a reverse mohawk. That's ridiculous. Reverse mohawk. I was also thinking about like ordering some kind of what the heck? Oh my god. Wait, hold on. It looks like I've already gotten this haircut. Give me a second. It looks like how have I already gotten this haircut? That's literally a picture of me right now. A reverse mohawk. That's cursed, man. That should not exist. Oh my god. I gotta clear my search history after that. That's crazy. You just get those kids spray on hair dye things that wash out. True. I could. Oh man, I think that there are some fun ideas. Do not touch the beard. It's our makeup. I mean, yeah, true, but the thing is my beard grows back really quickly. Don't you dare let them touch the beard. Oh man. Oh well, hey, it'll be I don't know. Oh goodness. I feel like we have some fun ideas, but I feel like every few tiers it would be to like take a shot, you know, and then like by the end of the 12-hour stream, I'm just like ripped and like it just, yeah, I don't know. I think that would be fun. Let's get this key started. I'm just yapping at this point. All right, let's ready check. Whew. Don't let them touch your beard. I mean, I would probably not like, I don't know. I would never like razor full on shave my beard. Do one of those filters that removes your beard and hair, like the bald filter, like what's that guy's name? JD Vance, that like bald filter of him, where it's like him with baby face. That's funny. Okay, pull timer. Let's do this thing. It's Ara-Kara plus 11.
5, 4,
Oh, I forgot to change my character's gear. Oh no, it's okay. We're just rocking with no tier set. Oh crap. Okay, so I don't have last season's tier set or this season's tier set equipped because I forgot to change out my gear. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, I had to change my gear from my last season's tier set to my just highest item level gear so that people would queue up to the dungeon. And I forgot to change it. So let's see what tierless, insurance-less Holy Paladin looks like. Oh god, we're going all the way. Please stop. Please stop. Nice, we stopped. This like chain pull is very weird. Okay, I'm gonna immune, which I remember now probably doesn't work on these poisons. It's a good para from the tank though. It's keeping that barrage guy out of combat. Dude, this character is so sassy. Whenever I try to cast a spell and I don't have anything targeted, he's like, I don't have a target. Like, okay, calm down, queen. I see you. Oh no. Tank and warrior are stunned. No. My dispel was down. Had to get rid of a poison. I need to target something first. Oh, but did I say this? I was also thinking about getting like a costume, maybe would be like a fun sub goal where like I have to wear a costume for an hour of the stream or something. Just like a completely ridiculous costume, like maybe dress up as Jaina or something. I don't know. I don't know why I do Jaina, but something like that. Something stupid. But I'm sure it would be like a cheap costume, right? Like I wouldn't be able to go too crazy with it. I think those would be some fun ideas. Okay, we are double poisoned. Honestly, our only death so far being to someone getting stunned in the frontal. I think we take that. That's kind of a big win. But one downside to me not remembering to swap my tier set in is that this first boss is going to be considerably harder without the insurance healing ticking in during Gauntspur Onslaught. Like that was just a good source of healing while I'm on the move is the hots that I could apply before we move, you know? Like, our group's doing a lot of damage, though. Like, our pacing is fine. I feel like we might be able to time this. As long as nothing goes too horribly wrong. Do one of those... Oh, I think I read that. My bad. But what do you guys think? What are y'all's takes on some of those ideas? Well, good luck. I appreciate you, Zenelia. Zenelia's like, I'm not sticking around to see you with a shaved head and beard. Alright. First tough pool. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wings here. I feel like this pool is hard enough to warrant it. Okay. Smooth sails ahead. Memes will be awesome. Go for it. Okay. Okay, noted. MCS powers down just for the memes. Oh god, but I would put all of that on the internet. That's okay. Ow, ow, ow. This guy back here wailing on us. I was wondering where all that damage was coming from. Okay, my kick will be up soon, so we're just going to kick this guy in. Oh, tank, you're dying. Okay. Still clean. That got a little spooky, though, with those barrages going off. Alright, this is probably going to be the hardest part of the entire dungeon here. I'm going to try to Divine Toll every shrill. So, Beacon, Divine Toll. Oh yeah, that was super chill. But now the Gauntlet Onslaughts are going to be considerably harder. I'm gonna Aura Mastery. I'm just gonna wings this one. I'll save Aura Mastery. Okay, we are all spread out. This is not ideal. Okay, so Divine Toll, I forgot I don't have my old tier set anymore. So Divine Toll's not up every shrill. It's up every other shrill, basically. But now I can use it for this Gauntlet Onslaught. God, these ads are so far away. Tank, I hope you're fine over there, buddy, because I'm off in Narnia. Now we have Divine Toll. This should be chill. Ah, tank. My consecrations. Let's use Prism with Beacon to help the tank out. I'm staying in range of the tank because I don't think my damage is really needed on the ads, but I just want to keep the tank alive. Gossamer, what do I have here? Not much. I'm going to Aura Mastery. Free wings, though. Love to see that. Yeah, free wings at the most, like, amazing time there's huge. Don't think we really needed it, but still pretty big. Alright, now I have wings coming up for this guy. This Blood Guard. Go ahead and Beacon. Yeah, that does so much more damage than I thought it would. My wings were like almost falling behind that damage anyways, so I don't know if Divine Toll is going to be enough. I might have to Divine Toll and then Beacon. Oh goodness, we need these kicks. Let's Beacon and then Divine Toll later. Okay, they actually nuked it down. I guess we have a good prio damage maybe with this group. What else are we pulling? Okay, that was our free wings proc. It's my stun. Oof, that hurts. Gonna Divine Toll. Okay, what do we have next? We have a Blood Guard ready, so I do have wings. So I'm ready for this. Let's hope our damage can kill it before we see a second one. It's kind of crazy what we're doing without tier set. Like, I don't have a single tier piece equipped from any season. Okay, now we're... Okay. They did kill it just as it was casting a second one. I'm going to have to stun one of those. It's coming my way. I kick the one coming my way. Let's stop those. Whew. It kind of sucks having to heal through every affix each time, but like... I feel like Holy Paladin just like shrugs it off, dude. Like Holy Paladin's spot healing is so big. I just like spot heal each person once and the affix is gone. It's kind of crazy. Ooh, I just had to lay on hands. I got double bolted. I'm not going to kick anything that goes toward the tank though. I'll kick toward the warrior. What's our time looking like? I feel like we should still be on pace, right? Good evening, Sargaric. How are you doing today? Very good to see you. Are we good on percent? We don't need to do like another pull here. Probably not. I'm gonna have to use my wings on this next mini boss, so we won't have it for boss until like the end. All right. How am I getting out healed by the The mage. Right now, what the heck is that? Ice barrier. Okay. That's fun. Love that. Mages literally do everything and it's disgusting. Look, I just spot heal each person once with the affix, and it's all gone. It's crazy. We do have me and a monk for the ads. In case one of the casts gets through. Our tank is standing on the left side of the circle, which is awkward. He's cutting off our direction. Oh, God. I have to B-res him. Oh, we're kind of breezing through these mechanics. Other than the one death, I don't know if they stepped out into the storm or what. Okay, now our tank's standing on the right side. Which is good. It's like all of that frontal gets into the storm, which is nice. And Divine Toll. Alright. Whew. Okay, 13 minutes left, actually. We are cruising. Have you joined H Paladin? Honestly, a lot more than I thought I would. It's kind of a blast. Even with this horrible affix, I'm still having fun. Which should say everything. Okay, I'm gonna dispel right once these webs come out. Oh, he LOS me. I guess we LOS each other. Whoa. Alright. It's our free wings. Let's tether to both these guys. Have a laser beam shooting between us all. Dispel the tank. Let's beacon. And Divine Toll. Okay, if I step over there, I get rooted. So the tank's going to be on his own for a second. Okay, now we're good. me go ahead and wings here. Ah. Ow. This guy's hurt. Okay, we have a free wings lined up. I'm just gonna use it. Okay. 3 more %. We have 10 minutes though. We are blasting this thing, man. Should be able to beacon every poison set. And it lasts the same duration, which is crazy. Let me just stand in safety. I'm going to put consecration down to pop these blood workers. I'm going to go ahead and divine toll for damage. Oh, monk, you good? Oh. Uh-oh. And just run up and melee these guys. Just tab target to them. No, warrior. It's okay. Get back in there and fight, soldier. Gonna pound on this guy for holy power. Ah, mage. Well, shout out to immunities. Whew. Oh no. Someone just got banned from the chat. Oh god, I'll have to review that. Saw a lot of chat movement all at once. Figured something was up. Hey, okay, 3% left. Let's do this, team. Just gonna lay on hands the affix away. Yo, we just timed an 11 Ara-Kara. Pre-nerf Ara-Kara, by the way. With no tier set. Actual no tier set. That's crazy. Dang, dude. And we're going to get the Sack Brood? I mean, that's insane. Oh, man. Hey, that is catalyzable, and we'll take speed on this wheelchair class. We take those gloves. Just going to equip them. Just so tomorrow I know, while I'm opening vaults, what we need. 4-piece is a myth. That's true. Big true. Dude, that was a huge key. That's going to be a huge vault tomorrow. Uh-oh, rip. Oh, because no trinket? Rip because no trinket. Could you see yourself ever switching to maining an H Paladin? Maybe if it went back to being like a Crusader playstyle in Raid. Maybe I would do it for a tier. If my guild needed a Paladin and someone else was planning on swapping to Monk and I just wanted a Viking Crusader all season, I could do that for sure. But I don't know about like a traditional Paladin Holy Shocky playstyle. I probably couldn't do that all tier. Alright, so tomorrow in the vault, we will have 4 heroic catalyzable pieces. We just need 1 vault piece. 1 vault piece on this character. Which I think is insane. I mean, we did so much. So much this week. Let's see how our priest is looking before we do anything. Our priest might need a vault slot. We will see how much gaming is needed on the priest. But like I said, tomorrow I plan on posting the Druid plus 12 hauls that we did with 684 item level. It was a fun key, a really fun key, so I'm excited to have that posted. But I don't think an 11 is worth posting, even if it's on the Paladin. Even if we did it with no tier set. What's the priest situation like? The thing about the priest is I have to do both priest specs, so eventually I'm going to have to just sit down and jam some priest keys. Kind of like today, I kind of forced myself to play the Paladin today. Like for an extended period of time at once. Oh yeah, we talked about the shock playstyle. I asked you if you thought H-Pally should be reworked to mirror Fistweaver Monk. Yeah, I mean, I think Crusader's like a creative take on a similar playstyle, but I think that's as close as it should get. Ooh, we still don't have a key on the priest. Uh-oh, okay. See if we can do a 10 really quick. On the holy priest. The whack-a-mole priest. What key do I have? I don't have a key. Oh, I do have a streets 10. That is huge, because that's a key that I need still. So we absolutely do this. Okay, would you guys rather see Holy Priest, Archon Holy Priest, Voidweaver Disc Priest, or Oracle Disc Priest? What's the verdict? Because both pre-specs need this key. Marie92 is a first-time chatter and says Holy Priest, so we go Holy Priest. TLDR, what's up? How are you doing? Hello from the States. Very good to see you. I took French in high school for like 7 years, but I got a head injury toward the end of high school and forgot almost all of it. So, dang, we got 4 Holy Priest responses over Disc Priest. Hey, you know what? Secretly between you and me, I'm here for the Disc Priest hate. Okay, we can all agree on something. Archon Holy Priest it is. What do we need? We need a B-Res. Let's just get a Druid. A Feral Druid. Alright, what's this character situation? 684. All my characters are about the same eye level. This character has 2-piece. So, Holy Words are going to shave time whenever I press Halo. Ooh. Got a mythic belt from the vault that I never equipped. So we're rocking a 2-2 split on tier. And we have the 2 best pieces to have, which is nice. $655 can't be our best ring, right? Dang, dude. I remember our trinket situation's kind of dire on this character. So I'm excited to get the Delve trinket. But I have to wait a few days for that trinket to become available again. Ooh, I need to do the Reshi Wraps thing, actually. So let me find that macro. Reshi Wraps. Okay. Let's upgrade our Reshi Wraps. From 707 to 730. Now we gained 2 item levels from that. Not bad, not bad. Okay, we're porting to streets. But what's up, Marie? Good to see you. First time chatter. You are my master on Mistweaver. Oh, goodness. I appreciate that, TLDR. There's plenty of Mistweaver videos to come soon. Once we get done with the series, I'll definitely have a couple weeks to push on the monk and see what kind of IO we can get in a little short push. But this character is pretty exciting because all I need is one of these 3 tier pieces to drop. Well, actually, one of these 3 tier pieces to drop tomorrow in the vault. And then this character also has 4 sets. So we're very close to 4 set across the board. Which, once we get all the healer 4 sets, that's going to be a lot of fun. Like, I feel like finally I'll be playing Season 3 of The War Within. Okay, we are a Holy Priest. Gotta remember all my spells and buttons. Okay, let's do this. Streets 10 on Archon Holy Priest with only 2 set. The thing is Archon's kind of crazy once you get the 4 sets, and you send out 5 halos. But we're still only sending out 3 halos. It's fort buff. I have, let's see. I've watched your YouTube videos. Follow your YouTube channel longer than Twitch. I found today. That's awesome. I'm glad you found the Twitch. I stream same time every week, every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So basically every weekday except for Tuesdays. So hope to see you again in the future. If equal skill level, would a Holy Priest be objectively better performing than Disc? In lower keys, probably, but it depends. Like, Holy Priest would eventually fall behind Disc in higher keys, I think. What's up, Prez House? It's been a minute. How are things going? Honestly, dude, today's been an absolute blast. We have destroyed some keys on the Holy Paladin. Honestly, like, did keys that I did not think I could do on that character and made them look easy, so. Very good day. How are you doing, Prez House? Uh-oh. A lot of cats going off back there. Those days are always the best where you actually, like, play well. Ooh, we have Master Spell for this? Uh-oh. Affix be gone. I feel like I heard something. That, I don't know. Maybe I'm hearing things. Doing well. this season, M plus like never before. Awesome. I haven't pushed as much on my monk this season as I did last season. Oh no. Saw that bolt coming my way before, or like as it was too late. But I haven't really pushed on the monk yet. Not as much as I would hope to have done like this early in the season. But I do intend on it. I do plan on pushing the monk eventually, but for now I'm having a lot of fun pushing this series. I think the series just takes up so much time, you know. But I'm curious how far you've been able to push so far. I know you still have a lot of push left in you. Putting our wings on the tank. Whew. Okay, this was much spookier than it should have been. Pulling all those casters into the mini-boss is kind of scary, especially as a priest. Like, what can I do? I just watch the casts hit me, you know? Time to 10 eco with 1 second left on the timer. Got your first portal go. Wayne, that is amazing. But 1 second left on the clock. That's so awesome. That's so cool. You know, as an Auburn fan, like as someone who went to Auburn, there's this like famous football play from Auburn football where they were like losing to, or I think they were like maybe tied to Alabama. I don't really know what the score was, but you know, Auburn Alabama is like the big rivalry here, right? And they like, Alabama had kicked a field goal and Auburn like caught it and took it all the way back, and there was 1 second left on the clock. So it's like a big saying, like, or it was when I was in Auburn, like, you only need 1 second or something. And it's so true. Like, the game is not over until the clock hits 0. Same with M plus. You always have time until you don't. But that is amazing. Had to check chat to make sure it counted. You know, I found out today that apparently you have, like, if the timer of like Halls of Atonement is 35 minutes, you actually have 35 minutes and 1 second. And I never knew that, but the clock will go on for a full second beyond the timer, which is just so trippy to me. But we timed a key where the timer turned red the other day. Oh no, I just popped apotheosis. But the timer literally turned red. Like, we were out of time, and it gave us the time because we were 0.67 seconds beyond the timer, but since it was less than 1 second beyond the timer, it gave it to us. But I never knew that. We do have to top everyone up, because this boss does kind of hurt when it takes your weapon. 2, 3M. On Mistweaver, I'm currently on 2.8k. That's awesome. Never thought I could actually do this. I'm so excited. Dude, that is, like, honestly, I don't think you're hype enough. Oh, there's my weapon. Right? Yeah. I don't think... I know you're hype, and I don't think you're hype enough. That is incredible. That's the thing, is, like, I kept myself from pushing for so long. Like, I just didn't think I could push that high. And then once I finally sat down and tried, like, I impressed myself. So I'm glad you're giving yourself a shot and like, finding your limits, you know? I think you'll always, like, you'll always impress yourself, you know? I also main healer, so I follow your YouTube channel to see if I can learn more about healers. That is awesome. I think this game just... Healers are just so much fun in this game. Like, they did it right. Like, no other game has as fun of healing as this one. I think I hear my wife. She might be home. Maybe? Not sure. You made Restadruid. You know, Restadruid is what I started on. That was my first character ever made, was a Restadruid. And I still, to this day, love playing my Restadruid. I don't think there's been a season where I haven't enjoyed it. Maybe last season, but even then, like, it's just a good time. I really like its current Wildstalker tier set. It's so fun, like so powerful. So like I said, Marie, tomorrow I do have a video being posted of me doing a Resto Druid key. We were 684 and did a plus 12. The Druid is definitely dying there. He had 2 stacks. So stay tuned for that. It'll be live in the morning. Gonna Halo. I'm gonna pop Apotheosis and do some damage here. I honestly totally forgot about the affix until it was too late. Oh, we need to focus this guy down. We need to focus X down. Ow. That was rude. X needs to die.
I don't have a target.
Nice. Can you LOS this? You can. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna Halo this. Sure, I'll PI. These cats are annoying. Highest key I've done on my Resto Druid is a plus 20. That was in Dragonflight before the change. Okay, so that was... Man, what were 20s back then? 20s were like... What would you equate a 22? Maybe like a 12? I feel like... No, 12s are easier than 20s were. I've already forgotten how things scale, for sure. Gets easier too with a competent team. Yeah, true. I've been in 2s harder than 15s. Yeah, for sure. 100%. My English is bad. I don't everything understand, but I like your video on YouTube with the trad audio in French. I'm glad. I'm happy. Some people wanted me to not have the translation, but I wanted to help like as many people as possible. I can try to type that in French after this if you want me to. So that's what I kept it on. Like some people were telling me to turn off the auto translator, but I was just like, it's if you don't like it, it's not for you. Just don't use subtitles, you know. But it's good for people who need it, you know. Ah, mage, what are you doing? How do you even trigger those halos? So Halo is a spell that I cast. So like here, I'll cast it here, and it only goes out once. But if you're playing Archon, it'll go out and come in 3 times. So like you see, it just went out a second time. It's about to go out its final time. But if I had the 4 set, you can make it go out 5 times total. You just have to use 2 Holy Word Sanctity or Sanctifies and 2 Holy Word Serenities to get the additional ones. I guess I can hover over the 4 set while we wait. So while Power Surge is active, every 2 casts of Holy Word Serenity or Holy Word Sanctify adds another Halo, up to 2 times. So that's how you get 5 total, but right now I don't have the 4 set, so I'm still only getting what Archon gives you, which is 3. But I'm not playing Oracle Holy Priest. Seems actually kind of fun, sort of. No, it honestly it is. Once you get this 4 set, like you just crank. So like, you kind of do so much healing that it's kind of overkill, and then you could even like send it for damage. Like, I don't know. I think it's a lot of fun, but I mean, to be fair, like so does Oracle Holy Priest. Like Oracle just does a ton of healing too, and you're shielding a ton with Oracle. So, I mean, it's kind of like a like why would you ever play Archon when Oracle does some pretty dumb things? But like I said, Oracle's sick, and Halo's fun. You just see it just go out and do a ton of AoE damage and healing. I like it. Can I grip him out of this? Answer no. Answer no. But you can grip him.
I don't have a target.
You saved our menagerie.
Oh no, the affix. What's your favorite healer if you disregard Mistweaver Monk?
Our signature is a fair trade, especially if it results in your death.
Right now, probably Preservation Evoker. But normally it's like Totemic Shaman. I just don't think Totemic's current tier set's that fun. Plus, I don't have that tier set. And I don't really enjoy Farseer enough to have it number 2. But I definitely think I really, really enjoy Preservation Evoker's tier set.
Empowered.
On this next pool, the one that we do like before the male boss, I kind of want to just see how much damage I do. Like just send full damage. So now you said I can translate. You were so kind, Zenelia. Like, I appreciate that so much. I was gonna try to remember some French from high school. I was thinking of how to conjugate some verbs and stuff. That's why I was so quiet during that boss. Oh my goodness, but you were so kind. I appreciate that so much. I was thinking about, like, I just think that, like, it kind of is unfair that, like, there's not too many guides available in other languages, so I kind of considered getting my guides translated into a few different languages and then just basically making one video. So I'm making my normal guide in English and then making another video where I make the same guide kind of back to back with one another in different languages. Tank, what are you doing, buddy? I mean, to be fair, I could have gripped him, but like, let's wings him. Okay, screw the hole. Let's see how much damage we can do plan. We need to heal this tank because he is struggling. I am struggling. Oh my goodness. I think I had aggro on this male. Elemental. He's just wailing on me. I feel like I can release here. Maybe I just wait on the res. Oh, that's a B res. We'll take a B res, sure. That shouldn't come back to bite us. Don't quote me on that. I think Presvoker is so fun, but I don't play it because people don't know where to stand. Yeah, that's definitely the biggest, like, the biggest drawback by a good margin. It is very annoying when people make it really hard for you to heal them. And then, especially when they get mad at you, when they're, like, making it hard for you to heal them, you know what I mean? But I haven't really encountered that too much this season. I mean, I have, but it hasn't been like as frustrating as it has been in the past. Which, in the past, it's been very frustrating.
I don't have a target.
Do I see how much damage I can do on this boss? Let's do it. We lusted. I'm doing pure damage. I don't have PI pop, though. Let's mass dispel. Okay, screw the whole damage thing. I kind of just wasted all my cooldowns trying to do damage, and we're not doing a lot, so... Screw that. Where's my extra action? Ow. This boss hurts. I guess that's how any boss would behave if you waste your cooldowns. I feel like we could race the bombs here if we wanted to. But I guess it's no harm in just doing the mechanic. Alright. Where do you stand for Prez? I think my Prez is about 2600 IO currently. Yo, what about the viewer coaching? I was thinking about... I haven't really had anyone reach out to me for coaching this season. Because I think there's just a lot less Mistweaver players this season than there were last season. But I was thinking about just opening it up and kind of just being like, hey, if you want me to... If you want free coaching, send me your VODs and I'll do like a video on it, you know? But I don't know how... I don't know if people would enjoy that video, you know what I mean? It happens all the time for me when I'm on my Presvoker. I would love to play it more, but people need to stand in front of me and not behind me. And what happened, I get the blame every time. See, I kind of like got to the point where I'll like either ping someone if they're standing like kind of egregiously way behind me, or I'll just type it, be like, hey, do you guys mind standing in front of me? Or I'll say like, all my heals are frontals, something like that. And that usually works. Apparently he was just bugged. Sure, I'll PI someone for this. And then I'll Halo just cause. I've done that too, but people is blind or they don't get, yeah. I mean, I know some people when they, like people that main Presvoker, a lot of people use a macro and they just spam it if people are doing it. Like they'll do like a yell macro, so like you can yell like stand in front of me, stand in front of me, stand in front of me. But I don't do that. I don't think our tank has ever done this before. That's okay. We're doing the whole lap. Gonna wings the tank. I'll go ahead and Halo. But I think the reason why I enjoy Presvoker so much right now is that you can do like disgusting amounts of healer damage, and to me that's always fun. Like if one healer just does so much more damage than the rest of the healers, I'll enjoy that healer a lot. And that's kind of what Presvoker does right now. Oh boy. Okay. We're done. Oh, where do... Oh, go in. I thought you meant, like, where do I... Where do I stand in terms of, like, IO? Where do you stand for Prez? Ideally, the Prez Evoker is the furthest away from the tank. However, like, you can stand on this side, like, say that this microphone or whatever this is the boss, and that's the tank. I could stand here if all of my ranged are here. You just have to stand in a way that your group is all in front of you and close enough. So, like, sometimes I'll stand as the furthest back range, but then, like, you'll have a hunter who will just keep trying to stand even further behind you, and that's when you have to type, like, hey, please stand in front of me. But sometimes, like, you'll be the... If you're with a bunch of casters, you're the only one in melee, and you just shoot things through the tank at your ranged and hope they don't move, which is kind of the worst way to do it, but I don't know, you just stand in a way that your stuff will hit everyone in the party. And there's no graceful way to do it unless your group kind of plays along too, you know. Holy PI. Oh my goodness, y'all see that feral druid damage? What is that? It's crazy. When I mained Prez, I just perma rescue people in front of me. Honestly, I see people do that all the time. A lot of times, like, I kind of have to, like, verdant embrace two people to shoot things through them, which is really corny, but you gotta do what you gotta do, you know. Oh, I need to rebuff. What do I think of the new DH spec? If I'm being honest, I haven't even looked at it. I heard it's like another DPS spec, right? Which is kind of lame. For a while, someone had told me that it was going to be a healer DH spec, which then I was extremely excited. But now that it's just another DPS spec, like a kind of ranged D spec, I'm like, whatever. I'm not that hype anymore, if I'm being honest. But I've heard some people are excited about it. What are y'all's thoughts about it? Man, I like have not needed my cooldowns this whole dungeon. It's kind of crazy. Dude, tomorrow's gonna be such a fat vault day. It's gonna be insane. Yeah, it becomes less viable when rescue is more useful as a defensive. Yeah, the shield kind of ruins that play. Edgelord spec 2.0 says Doug. Shots fired. Do you play Master of Harmony with your monk in Mythic Plus? Yes. Whenever I play Chi-Ji in Raid, I have preferred Master of Harmony over Conduit in Raid. But that's just because Conduit, like, I don't know, it's just, it feels too chaotic, and Master of Harmony does so much healing in Raid. But I don't do that in Mythic Raiding. I only play Chi-Ji. I only play Yulon in Mythic Raids. But yeah, I play Master of Harmony in Mythic Plus. I've played with Conduit. I did, like, Conduit for a whole week earlier. I just prefer Master of Harmony. I think there's so much, like, dumbness that you could do with Master of Harmony. It's insane. Maybe now... Well, not even, because that's what a Master of Harmony coalescence bug. I was going to say, after the changes that are coming tomorrow, the bug fix, but that still has to do with Master of Harmony. So Master of Harmony is getting a pretty nice buff. Basically something, coalescence is going to work with Ancient Teachings how it should have worked from day one. To me, Master of Harmony looks more comfortable. Once you get, like, a lot of reps in, you really learn that, like, Tiger Palm becomes your best cooldown, like, in a lot of situations. Like, that's how I heal through Gossamer Onslaught and Ara-Kara. That's how I heal through the heal absorb on the first boss of Dawnbreaker. I just, like, Thunderfolk's Tea, Enveloping Mist, and then Dispel someone. Tiger Palm, Tiger Palm, Tiger Palm, Tiger Palm. Like, it's crazy. let's see. Am I crazy or Ryagus says as a DH main I'm hyped. Well, I'm happy for it. I'm happy for all the DH mains because I know it's been a long time since they've gotten some like real love. You know, it's kind of just been Vengeance and Havoc since day one, right? I feel like that's kind of crazy. I'd be kind of pissed if I played a spec and I only had 2 options for so long. So for you guys, I'm happy, but for me, like I rarely ever play like DPS specs anyway, so I don't know. It would have to really catch my eye, and I haven't really looked into it enough. But just from hearing that it's a DPS spec, I'm not too excited personally yet. Oh, this is so bad. We were in the worst spot. Oh god, and then we poured it into a second dot. Oh, that's like the worst luck on this boss I think I've ever seen. Just, I'm gonna click this so my tank knows not to take a B-res. That's literally the worst luck I've seen on this fight. That's crazy. The divide came at the perfect time to block us from getting to the portal we were all going to. And then we took the one portal into, like, that was just, that was horrible luck, man. If that was like our Tazavesh hard mode, I'd be pissed. I actually would have thought it would be cool if it was a tank spec. So like DH would be the first class with 2 tank specs in mind. That would be pretty sick. I thought it would be really cool if they made a healer where you're basically like slicing and slashing things with your fell blade and splashing fell flames on your allies that are like cauterizing fell flames. I think that'd be sick. And like you shoot fireball. Well, I guess Presvoker kind of shoots fireballs at allies. But like in a cooler way, right? Presvoker, but cooler. A melee disc priest? Honestly, yeah, I guess so. But like imagine you do, what's that spell called? Like, is Shadow Fury the DH spec where they just like breathe the cone? If you just shot like Shadow Fury and breathed all over your app, but I guess that's literally just Dream Breath from Presvoker. Dang. But okay, Dream Breath, but it's fire. It's green fire. How about that? That's different enough. Gotta go to circle or square. I'm not playing around with this one. We're just gonna go through. Why did I just take that? Oh god. Okay. Also, I don't have a kick, so team, I rely on you guys. Ah! Let's go on Halo. We need to go to, well, circle we can take in just a second once it passes over that circle. Square. Ooh. Gotta get here quick. No tank. No. You will be missed, tank. You will be missed. We're gonna go back over once it crosses over there because I know my tank's going through there. I'm gonna wings the tank just to make sure they don't die. Oh, never mind. Dude, where is everyone? I'm so lost. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to master spell. Gonna him. It's kind of coming down to it here. Gonna PI the druid. We need to get to circle or triangle. Okay, I'm gonna halo. I don't know where our mage is. There he is. Oh my goodness. The amount of serenities or sanctifies, whatever that is, that I've just put on top of these divide walls is like criminal. But we time it. Hey. We get a wrist piece. Huge. Massive wrists. What else did they get? Someone got the offhand. Ooh. I say, any chance you don't need offhand? Question mark? That would be big. Yeah, but it's a mixed spec of DH and Evoker. You can stand in the middle and do damage. Looks fun. I've heard it's like a medium ranged, which sounds cool. Isn't Dream Breath basically green fire? Yeah, I guess. Better to have 2 specs and only play 1 than having 4 and only playing 1. Oh, because Naguro only plays what? Balanced Druid? Oh, that's rude. They left the group before I could take the portal. Anyways. Dream Breath is basically just green fire breath. A melee Disc Priest. Shadow Fury is the Warlock stun. That's true. What am I thinking of? What am I thinking of? What's the cone DH spell? Shadow Burn or something like that? Or I don't even know. Tells you how much I've played that spec. It would be the last class to get a 3rd spec. It's crazy that Evoker got a 3rd spec before DH. And DH has been around since TBC, right? I feel like TBC. Isn't that what? No, wait. Not TBC. That was like Warlocky times. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of... Oh my god, I'm blanking. I'm not gonna look at chat. It's Legion, right? It's Legion, yeah. Oh, and I guess that's why they're doing like Legion Remix, so that we get new DH spec for Legion. Essence Break? No. Let me see. Let me boot up the old Demon Hunter. My bad. Can y'all tell I started in Shadowlands? I did not play back in Legion. I've missed a lot of good tiers. TBC 2.0. Okay, that's probably why I got it mixed up. Because I see, I only think of Legion as like the pictures I've seen of like the Legion advertisements and stuff. I-beam? No. You'll see what I mean. It's this button. Well, hold on. Fell Devastation. That's what I was thinking of. I think. Let me fly to a dummy. I need to play this character, man. It would be so fun to play DH. I think I have to build up my resource to cast it, maybe? Aha, this one. That's what I was thinking of. Fell Devastation. Nothing like what I was saying. I was literally saying Shadow Burn and Shadow Fury. But Fell Devastation is what I was talking about. This. So if you had this, but you breathed it on your allies and just like sprayed them with like this flame that would like sear their wounds shut, like that would be a sick DH healer. I would play DH healer. I would swap to it. Like that's how excited I would be for a DH healer. But no, we get a ranged DPS because we don't have enough of those. Yes, thank you so much, Zanelia. Solid tank ability? Oh, is it only tanks that have that? I thought I guess the other ones have I-beam as like a replacement. Do you macro a yell to take my spray of love? What? Do you macro a yell of take my spray of love when you cast it? I wouldn't call it that. I mean, like if you macroed your Soothing Mist to be like, take my healing stream or something. I don't know. Something weird like that. Like, do you macro that? Healing, you're not wrong. Healing is love. And love is life. So healing is life. Confirmed. We need a new tank spec TVH. I get they don't want to give DH another one, but it's been 9 years since we got a new tank spec. I think the next tank spec should be a shaman. And to me, it only makes sense that Resto Druid has 4 specs, so why doesn't Shaman have 4 specs too? A Blood Shaman would go so hard. Totemic Blood Shaman, You put down a voodoo totem, sacrificing your healer, and then all of a sudden you just you full heal your whole raid. Boom. Maybe Tinker will get a tank spec, maybe, but I don't know when they're gonna make those new specs. Honestly, I'm with it just because we have no male tank. That's true, we don't. That's crazy. That's crazy. A priest tank would go way too hard. Like priest tank, the first ever caster tank, that would be sick. But guys, I'm gonna call the stream here because my wife's home. I can hear my dog going crazy downstairs, and I do want to take a little break before I do some hard mode Tazavesh on the monk later tonight. Marie, perfect timing, or Mary, perfect timing, saying they're going to bed. Cloth tanks, we get a leather, so why not? Man? Yeah, true. Honestly, I don't know about cloth tanks. That's a good point. But guys, I appreciate all of you guys for hanging out. We've finished off our vaults today. We're going to have a fat vault opening for next week. Stay tuned. I'm posting every episode of the series on every Sunday. So every Sunday, stay tuned for like episode 4 will be next week. But if you haven't watched episodes 1 through 3, they are posted. Doug, I like to imagine Monk Renewing Mist is a monk with a spray bottle spritzing their allies. Oh, God. I mean, that's way less graphic than what I imagine with Soothing Mist, but I honestly like that. That's a very wholesome take on it. If your feral druid is bad, you just Renewing Mist them with your spray bottle. That's pretty funny. But guys, I'll see you guys on Wednesday, same time on Wednesday. Have a good time in your vaults. Hopefully everyone gets some good vaults tomorrow or Wednesday morning if you're in EU. But I will catch you all later. Enjoy your night. Thank you so much for making today so much fun. Put in your herbing gear. I was reading it stupidly. Put in your herbing gear for that. Yeah, true. All right, y'all. Take care. Have a good night.